Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another wonderful night of Dice and Paper. Before we get back into the stream proper, we have a couple quick announcements to get through. So, first of all, we just want to let everyone know Dice and Paper merch is available now in the description on YouTube and in the panels on Twitch. We've got a couple wonderful designs designed by Adrian and I, and we really love anyone who appreciates us enough to consider purchasing merch. We got a couple quick announcements, a few services we're big fans of. Would you guys like to take that away for me?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so, D&D Beyond, everyone. If you haven't already, check it out. It's the official tool set of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. You can get it on your tablet, smartphone, or just any device. We love it. It's great for players. It's great for DMs. You can create your own campaigns and your own stories, and it has everything you can get from the official D&D universe, as well as homebrew content. It's super fun, super awesome, and we use it every single stream because we love it. Yeah, thank you so much, D&D Beyond. We're not sponsored. We just really love their service. Over to you, Nate.
Alright, Tabletop Audio is the free-to-use, user-supported, freaking, I can't speak to ambient game audio sites. You can use it whenever you're playing D&D like we do. You can have music, sound effects. It's really cool. Check it out.
And as always, you guys can catch us live on Twitch and YouTube at 7 p.m. EST. Additionally, guys, if you're a fan of the show, please consider following us on Twitter and Instagram at Dice and Paper. No funny symbols. And you can check the live shows 7 to 10:30, 11-ish every Friday.
With that out of the way, previously on Dice and Paper, yes, I'm doing the recaps now. Our heroes retrieved the mystical Caldervine and brought it back to their friend Grommet, the Dogomancer. Additionally, while they were there, they retrieved a mysterious artifact, well, not artifact, very powerful legendary item, magical item called the Serpent's Wand. Following that, they went back to Oakstead, had a quick shopping trip, and are now regrouping to prepare to travel north towards Deorumn. But, most importantly, their path, it winds ever forward. You may find yourself confused, but fear not. You need do little but ask. Why them? Why them indeed. Welcome back, everyone, to Dice and Paper.
We're back.
Love that song.
It's the best song.
Every time, man. Every goddamn time.
And we got the dogs actually howling.
I don't think they can hear it,
Literally
but
howling.
it's full howl
like
mode.
it sounds like they're both howling at each other.
That's great.
Do they?
What
They
good
were,
atmosphere.
they were quiet all day.
All day.
Literally
It's insane.
no noise.
They're like, what? They're starting
Not
their
a
stream?
single noise.
I think they're watching. They're just super excited.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's facts.
it's just ridiculous. So, we're gonna return pretty much right where we left off. Or actually, we'll return right in the morning because the last thing we saw was Busto talking to Valia about what it means to be called. And so it is the following morning, or maybe even a couple days later. The point is, I'm gonna come back right when your items have been finished by Arthur Blackburn at the smithing shop. And I believe what you were waiting on was a shield and a covering for the
Basically, yeah, just like extra metal to like embellish my trident with rubies in it.
Pretty.
2 on each side.
Yeah, and a shield, right, with a bear?
And a shield with a bear on it.
Yes, and that was through a shop called, if I can remember correctly,
The Shattered Anvil.
The Shattered. You remember, and I
Did
don't.
I get that?
You did. That was
Yeah.
exactly it.
D&D lore.
Yeah.
Well, Trevor lore. but
Trevor lore.
Close enough. Yeah, so you're in the shop now, and Arthur Blackburn, or his wife, it's still hard to tell. See, you know what's a nice advantage of doing this weekly is I can make the same jokes.
Over
and
and
there's like
over.
a long enough time in between it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Arthur Blackburn, this short, big bearded dwarf. He's so bearded. He wears this like cut open shirt. You can barely tell where his beard ends and his chest hair begins. And so he comes out. He's got he's always basically walking like this. He's just like, all right, I finished up your projects. I think we agreed you'd pay me a bit more at the end, right?
Did I already pay that?
I think you still owe me about 150 gold pieces.
Trevor, did I already pay this? I already paid
24
this.
on insight.
That is for me. Fuck you, Arthur. That's 22.
I'll level with you. I don't actually remember.
I think I already paid it because I have 17 gold left.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
that
did
makes
I
sense.
did
You
budget
did
it
buy
out.
jewelry, though.
You spent like $300. on
Yeah,
jewelry.
but I'm pretty sure you paid for that.
I think I already paid it.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm like
you paid it.
80% sure.
Exactly.
If he didn't, then we'll
We'll remove it later. So this conversation was a blur. We don't remember this.
Wow, that was weird. That happened yesterday. You were just remembering him saying that. No, in the present, he brings out these items. It's just these two, this big, like it's actually he has cast it in such a way that the already dark iron from the throne is now just like ebony black with this this brilliant sheen and almost invisible in the dark light. This etching of a bear on the front, out in a big howl. And did you give him a ruby for the shield too?
No, it's just four for the trident.
Okay. And then you kept the one big one to yourself. And he hands you this, the trident with, I'm gonna say, where did you want them placed?
Just two on each side. So if it's like the trident, so it's the 3 prongs, and then it's just 1, 2, 1, 2 at the base of the middle prong.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah. So it's basically this like ruby red middle prong now. And I'll say actually, while he had the trident, he actually seems to have taken some of that black iron and coated it in some certain spots. So there's like these rings of black around certain segments. It's already a dark iron, but now it's just got these like bands of pure black around certain parts to kind of accent the rubies. And so he hands you these 2 items. And I think you already got the quarterstaff back.
Well,
With
it
its
should
metal
we should
caps.
be all getting it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He says, it was a mighty fine piece of iron you brought in.
Oh, thank you. It belonged to one of my friends, so I just thought it would be fitting.
He says, well, you always have a friend around here for that. Thank you very much, Cal.
Huh, thank you.
Don't hesitate to come back if you ever need anything else.
Yeah, of course.
Forged. Smithed.
Hearing the word forge fucking gives me PTSD, but yeah.
So, what did you guys... Was there anything else you were intending to do?
I don't... Oh! I'm going to go to the temple.
Okay.
I need to go to the temple real quick.
Alright.
Busto, do you want to come to me, or with me to the temple real quick?
Okay.
I don't... Is Val with us? Are you with us? It's your
We're
choice.
asking you.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Val, I don't know if you've been to the temple before, but we're gonna go there and see if we can get them to...
You went there when we first got?
We've been to the temple before, but we're gonna go there again and see if we can get them to send a sending spell to Nick real quick.
Okay.
I need to contact her. If we're going to Deorumn, because she said she would meet us back here.
Alright. So your group heads... Your group heads back across the city and through those oak doors into the massive hall, or it's not really the tower of the temple. And you crack past this oak door again, and you see this same. It is basically every day you've come here, the milling about has grown more and more fervent. And today, I'm gonna say it's at this point is actually 2 days before worship day. It seems to have built to just a crescendo. People are running around. There are actually people like practicing as you listen. and actually at this time, right beyond the door, sort of talking with one of the other members of the temple is Miss Delana. And then upon walking in, she sort of turns to face you and goes, "Oh, you're back again."
Yes. Is there any way you could use some magic to, or you could get somebody to send a scrying spell for me? Or not a scrying spell, a sending spell.
Yes. Did you have a person in mind?
Yes, could you contact Nick?
Oh yeah, sure. We have about 25 words, I think, is about the max we can send in one go. Do you have a message specific?
All I want you to say... Yeah. All I want you to say is that...
She kind of pulls out like a little pen and...
We
like
came
a
to
little
you
pad.
to tell you that we're gonna meet Nick in Deorumn instead of Oakstead.
Okay, yes. We'll get that along, Cal. I can't guarantee she'll get it right away, or I can't guarantee she will abide by the message right away, but
That's true.
she should hear it.
It's just most efficient. I don't want her to come back here and realize that we left.
It'll be fine.
That would be fun.
It would be kind of fun. She would get sent along in the right way eventually, but you know, it would be a bit messy in the meantime. Yeah. So I'm gonna say she actually goes, "Do you have any idea how long your group is going to head out of town for?"
No, to be honest, I think we're waiting for next time you call us.
Okay. We'll do our best to keep in touch. We'll let you know if anything drastic comes up while you're out, but just be careful. We will need your help again. So don't go getting yourselves all killed off right away.
We'll try.
Good luck, Cal.
Thank you.
And don't forget, if you are in the area, we'll be having worship day in just a few nights now.
Yeah. Don't know if we're gonna be here that long, but if we're not here, enjoy. I hope it goes well.
Thank you. And your group turns to head back out the front door, back into the loft, and you can actually see the morning activity has begun to pick up, and a few folks are now out on the little wooden streets, walking to and fro.
All right, guys. So, should we set off today or tomorrow?
Well, we just rested, so...
What time is it?
Today. I think
It's
today
early
sounds
morning
good as well.
right now.
If we have nothing to do.
I have to see a friend, so I go now.
Who's this friend, Busto?
You know the friend.
Motherfucker. Busto, I don't think we should go see him.
I say we see.
He's not gonna do anything, and he's just gonna try to eat us.
He eat
I
you.
thought he was thinking somebody else.
He eat you, but no me.
Busto, I don't know who this is, but I don't really feel like getting eaten.
No, you no get eaten.
Oh, so he just doesn't like cow?
No, he is an ogre. He's going to try to eat us.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Busto, I think we should.
No,
Try to stay.
that's why I got these.
As Busto kind of like reaches into a pocket and pulls out 2 of the sending stones.
Busto, those are rocks.
Busto, I highly doubt he's gonna know what to do with a stone.
I teach. He has magic.
He's dumb.
No, he great poggeth.
He's not going to be able.
Poggeth very smart.
He's not going to be able to figure it out.
I teach him.
Orion really fucked this up.
It's out of the way, right? It's a
No,
little bit.
It's kind of. It is pretty much.
It's
on.
pretty much on
It's
it,
like
but
northwest
It's
a
this.
little.
We could go like this, but it would be like.
It would take you like. It would be about 3 or 4 hours out of your way.
I can do that. I can run that as a camel.
Then you go see him.
Oh, fine.
All right.
I will.
Damn.
I was telling you guys to not to like sit back anyway if we were to go.
Was this
okay,
happening? Was this
Busto-
happening in game or?
No.
Okay.
Busto. We can go with you. We'll just stay outside. You go down in. If you need any help,
I yell loud.
how many sending stones do you have?
Only this.
Such a sophisticated in this world of magic and technology that Such a sophisticated solution.
I yell loud.
Sometimes you gotta keep it simple, stupid.
I only have 2.
You only have 2.
The other is for
Grommet?
Grommet.
Yeah, Grommet, he has 4 of them, but technically Grommet has one of them.
Don't you think that would be more helpful in our group if we get separated?
Yeah, I agree. Why do you need to give this to Poggeth? As a token of friendship?
The man-eater?
Because if we have problem,
What, we ask the big dumb ogre that lives in a swamp.
yes.
Somebody
Wants totally the world.
No copyright.
Has he ever left the swamp?
Stop it.
I don't know.
So would he know how to find us?
Yes,
How?
he is very smart.
He's not very smart. He's an ogre.
From what I've heard, Buster, and don't take this the wrong way, but usually with judgment, I've known to listen to Cal a
No,
little bit more.
no. I go.
Your solution for danger was to yell.
What do you want me to do?
Trevor,
Grommet,
I'm gonna while they're talking, I'm gonna pick up a stone and like draw on it to make it look like a sending stone. Can I make it look exactly like a sending stone?
Dude,
Yeah, you're gonna try to out perception.
I know.
Can I try to block him to give him advantage?
That's like
Okay.
That's a stealth check,
Um,
and it's like.
I'd say, okay. I would say you can copy it fairly well.
Yeah.
Well, at
Right
least
behind-
enough to trick
behind your
him.
back.
The question is gonna be if you can do it sneakily enough.
Okay.
You're gonna do it behind your back?
If I block
No.
him, can I give him advantage?
You can roll a performance check to try and block
I
him.
have really good.
And can I roll?
You roll first, and then I'll determine what
Dude, I have
you
really
have
good
to do.
performance. You want me to do it?
Go for it.
I have
You're a charisma boy.
Yeah, he is a good one.
He has a good charisma. Boy.
Charisma gal,
I
actually.
have very bad rolls.
This is true. Roll well.
Watch him. That's why.
Arthur's
now.
right
All I'm
on
gonna
my
say
ass.
is, yeah, I'm gonna say.
Okay,
No,
just to
Nate's
test
the
this,
best.
I'm gonna roll 2.
Okay,
Yeah, he rolled an 8.
Are you fucking kidding me? That is a nat 1.
hey,
He rolled really well.
23,
He rolled
which
really
is
well.
more than his perception.
That's
alone.
exactly what my perception is.
Okay.
Actually.
Well,
Even
it's all.
better,
Is
he-
this would be more of an insight thing.
Perception. I grow 4
If you
sizes.
if you'd like to roll insight, Busto, to try and
You don't know what the fuck's going on. You bitch!
Natural 20.
No, we got a 19.
24.
24.
He's a fucking.
Fuck!
What the fuck?
yeah, no. So
I'm gonna still
but
do
no,
it.
What happens? He's. It's not like he just X-ray visions through you. He just kind of notices you move very fluidly, just sort of like very calmly position yourself in between him and Busto. And but Busto, basically all you notice is that is like a slight like handshake, like nervousness from Valia.
My character.
But he doesn't know what I'm doing. He just knows that she's trying to block something.
So now your interest.
So
is
what do you
more
want
in
me to do?
Wait, advantage for him. His interest is in me.
I'll say what
I
you
have
get
a
to do. What you get to do is for this is you get advantage, but because he has been noticed, you get to roll for perception rather than using your passive.
Which in a way might be better. He has such high
Yeah, that's true.
perception.
Well, if you
Natural 20.
He got a nat fucking 20.
No.
Yeah. That's fucking. Arthur has way to die. Like no, like that's
No,
not
the
even.
thing is that this is such a minute and stupid thing, but I still.
I swear to God, if you guys drop one more die, I've never dropped a die off
We
this
dropped
table.
2.
you also have a plate.
This is true.
Yeah, you have a place to you have a place to actually put
Arthur, I'm sorry I dropped your die, but I found it.
Good, that's fine.
Okay,
I didn't get it.
so
So it was way over there. It's on the mic stand.
So
just don't, just stop, just stop, just stop, just stop. You're gonna mess the mic stand up. Arthur, Arthur,
Arthur, please.
it's a die.
It's hot glued onto the thing.
It's fine. It's
All
fine.
right, yes, guys, we had to do a little bit
Hey, you
of
got it.
a messed up
That's fine.
Anyway,
setup, but
so this is a very interesting situation because it's not like anyone did a bad job of hiding it. I guess Busto like feels air pressure changing and figures out what you're doing.
Please roll acrobatics and do a flip over me and just be like, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not sure how.
I don't.
I'm gonna say what
make an
happens.
intelligence
You
check.
no, Busto. You hear him. You hear something being scratched onto a stone. You actually like hear this.
You also hear butterfly wings 2 miles away.
Yeah. So that's the scene.
All right,
Dun,
I'm
dun,
gonna put it
dun.
in my pocket. I'm gonna go the exact same plan I was going because I don't know what you're.
Yeah.
You also don't know what you heard.
That's a good point.
Might not have even been Cal, because you
Anyway.
didn't see his hands.
We were still in the middle of a conversation.
What the fuck were we talking about? I was saying
So
something to
so
him.
Busto, so you really want to go to Poggeth to give him that stone?
Yes.
I
Let me
think it's a bad
here. Let me
idea.
see the stone. I don't know what's so important about
No.
it. Why?
Instead of
They,
arguing,
Gromit gave them to me.
Yes, we're a team, aren't we? Can I
We
have
are
the stone?
team,
I just
but
want to look at
they're
it.
my stone.
instead of arguing, maybe we should.
Would Busto do that if Arthur didn't know what I was doing?
Yeah, because I know you're writing something on the back of a rock.
You just heard scratching on a
Yeah,
rock.
on scratching on a rock.
I don't have rocks.
Fair enough, actually.
Anyway, instead of arguing, maybe we should put it to a vote. Isn't that fair?
Here, let me tell you. Can I hang on to these for a little bit? Here, you
No.
take one. You take one. So just in case, because we're gonna be traveling, and then once we get to Poggeth's, I can give you this. Just because I really want to.
But no, but that does not make sense. You just want stone for no reason.
No, Buster, you wouldn't. This one back.
I'm looking at the ones to specifically look for the one that's sent to Gromit. That's the receiving one to Gromit.
Yep.
basically.
Why do you want?
This is
Yes,
true.
he's been alive.
Fuck. No, I want it just in case we're gonna be traveling
In
for a
case
little
of
bit.
what?
In case we get attacked and we get separated
Can
on
I
the way
roll
to
persuasion?
But then I
wait,
need
wait, shut up.
stone.
I
Can I
need
roll
s- well,
persuasion
yes.
to try to get him
I'll give you one
do the
back,
deal?
So
and,
you
and
give
I
me,
have one.
You give me 2 stone.
I give you 1 stone, and I get 1.
But I
stone.
want Gromit stone too.
No, you can keep the Gromit stone. I just want one of the stones that is connected to this.
To what?
Can I please do that?
Okay, Busto, do you see that glyph on that stone right there?
Give me that.
What do you want to do? What do you
I
want
want to
to?
try to convince him using persuasion. Can I roll persuasion to get him to give him a stone?
What do you
This
say?
is
I'm-
more of the question.
We need
of
pro-
why.
pronouns
yeah.
for these rocks, dude. I'm losing track.
Yeah.
What's the rock?
Okay,
Rock. Can I give him
no,
one of the rocks?
Busto. So, you see that glyph on that stone right there?
Yes.
You see how it matches this one?
Yes.
And you see that one right there?
Which one?
That's Gromit's, the one that's connected to Gromit's.
This one.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
We don't have another one of those because Gromit has it.
Yes.
You can keep that one that doesn't have another one.
Okay.
I just want one of these ones. All right. Let me have this one. Okay. You see? Let me have this one so we can be connected on our way to Poggeth's.
But we right next to each other.
Just in case we get split up, we're gonna be in the wild, Buster.
But I'm magic. I'm the wild.
you
you
sound
know
like
good-
you sound like the fat chef from Ratatouille. do you know the?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you, Adrian, for my new headcanon of Busto.
God damn it.
Buster.
But we right next to each other.
Yes, but we're gonna get split up probably. I
But-
mean,
Oh my
what do you
God.
know? Maybe
But-
we have maybe goblins. Maybe
We haven't been split up before.
anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook.
It's so good. Why does it match so well? I love that fucking movie.
Blue. It's like from Avatar where they get the Avatar version.
Yeah.
It's like the Avatar version of.
What the
What is the chef from Ratatouille?
He's a chef. He has rocks.
But do you know his voice? His voice is what matches more.
Yep.
Oh, anyone can cook. Okay.
Skinner.
Gusto.
Gusto. So Busto, what if we get attacked by, let's say, another big bird? You weren't there for that, were you?
No.
You were just shit.
You
Let's
guys
say,
split up.
yes, perfect. Let's say we get attacked by a band of goblins, right? And you're way over there, and I'm way over here, and we can't see each other. Oh no, I need to talk to Busto. Blah 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 blah. Then we can talk to each other, you know. So let me keep this one. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it. Whatever.
Just
I'm
yell.
just gonna put it in my
No.
pocket.
No, wait, before you do that.
Just yell very loud.
Oh my
That's not-
fucking god.
You can't. That's not how it works.
But if I over there and
What if
you
we get
over there,
captured and we're thousands and thousands of
Fucking,
miles
I
away?
remember something you don't, but I don't
yell
remember it as
very
valuable.
loud.
Fucking.
Busto has great perception.
Yell very
Not
loud.
thousands of miles good perception,
Wasn't
Trevor.
Busto
Hey,
on a
don't,
different
if you get the
plane?
eagle eye thing, can't you read lips from like 1,000 feet away?
Yeah.
Wasn't Busto on a different plane at one point when we were fighting?
The astral plane. But that's you're not allowed to talk about that, Kangaroo.
I'm just reminding him. I'm not telling him. I'm reminding him.
I don't remember this.
No, but
With the spiders.
I was thinking about.
face spiders.
I was thinking about when we fought the guy that came out of the prison and didn't disappear.
Oh yeah, Buster did
That
get
was-
banished very
yeah, that-
briefly.
Oh. I don't know how that changes anything, but
You can't yell at him when he's like that.
oh well. This is Cal's inner thought because he's smart enough to remember this, and
Bam.
Adrian's not. Busto, do you remember when you got bamfed to another plane of existence?
Bamfed.
no.
Do you
the
okay?
fuck's bamfed?
Do you don't know what bamfed is? It's like
He got banished.
yeah.
Bamf.
Okay, what if you remember when we were attacked by the spiders?
Spider, yes. Spider. Yes. Spider.
Bamf.
Spider.
You
Yes.
Okay,
got bamfed.
do you remember when like everything turned black and white and you couldn't touch like other people? I was in there with you, remember? Okay, what if that happens and I'm one of the people on the other side?
But you're not. You were next to me.
But what if I am?
But then I can see you.
What if you're bamfed?
Guys. When we have the final fight at the end of our
Bam.
campaign,
Bam.
and the bad guy pulls out his ultimate killing move, the fucking sound is gonna be bam.
I'm writing that
Just
on
like
my
an
notes.
audio clip.
Bam.
Just an audio clip of Adrian screaming, "Bam,
Bam.
Jump.
I think that was one of the noises I made starting every
Okay. Busto, I just let me keep it. All right, okay. You're the brains here, and I'm the other brains. And in this situation, I am thinking a different way than you, but it's more intelligent. Okay. Most of the time, you're way more intelligent than me. All right, which is obvious. So I'm just gonna keep this stone right now. Okay. And then I'll give it back to you when you get to Poggeth.
You use something as a stone.
But how you give it back to me if you're not next to me?
I'll be next to you.
But then why do you need stone?
Fuck it, Busto. I want to look at this to study it. It looks really fucking interesting to me.
You looking?
I will. Can I keep it for a bit?
To study?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna put it in my bag,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna walk to the caravan.
The caravan is like really far away.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The walk of
That was a
shame.
clusterfuck.
I
That was
don't know
has-
who has which stone.
I have
Let's have-
I have the stone that's connected. The one that he's gonna give Poggeth.
Okay.
You want to give it to him?
Gonna give Poggeth.
This one?
Just kidding.
Actually, can you toss me the one that's connected to Gromit?
Okay.
Maybe
no, this
don't
is the problem because
pass
you
it
can't just toss anyone.
Give
You
it
have
to
to-
Emily.
That is
Well-
the symbol.
Okay.
Did you
So this
literally
is
just
one.
say I can't give anyone?
This is
Okay.
the one to Gromit.
I asked you which one I give to Adrian.
So-
So pretty.
We're
Yeah,
all
because
going
it
back
did
to the
that.
caravan, right, guys?
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
Because I had all 5.
Is this
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So after a
That
very
has to be one of the best conversations we've had in this game, though. To be honest, that was fucking
Best.
fantastic. Oh,
that was
so good.
such a weird conversation.
It was so
it's like,
long.
you ever talk to those chat bots
It's-
where
Yeah.
their responses are like don't totally line
They-
up correctly?
They like sort of make sense.
Or it was like trying to solve a
It's
problem
like
in
talking to a
dream.
toddler. That's like you're telling it that the square doesn't fit in the triangle spot, and it's like, what do you mean?
It's like talking to a toddler who can snap you in half.
Yeah, that's. I have just as much strength than you.
He's
Right, what's your
8
strength?
feet tall.
This is
That's
true.
my
He
point.
does get some advantages.
Okay,
Okay.
I have more strength than you. Fuck you.
So, Jesus Christ.
Good job.
So,
Back to the caravan.
yeah. So you guys go back to the caravan. You've already, I'd say, in the past couple of days, been
Gusto.
been sort of setting up the caravan, bringing in your supplies, and preparing for a much smaller but still necessary journey up to Deorumn. It's only about 3 days, so it's about the distance you had to go through the woods the first time to get to. well, if you'd been going full speed, it would have been Prophet Spire, but we'd had a bit of sidetracking. I think it's about to where Gromit is. It's about the same distance from Oakstead as Gromit's tower is. So, did he look up Gusteau?
That's exactly what it is.
He's got the 2 pans.
Can you see it?
No, they can't see it.
Sorry.
You
Just
just
look
summon
up
a rat.
Gusteau.
Gusteau Ratatouille.
You need to
first
put Wolfie
picture.
on your head.
No.
He already did that. Remember with Orion put him under his head.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
did.
fucking
I did.
god.
I became Ratatouille.
That's the
There's so many Ratatouille references
Guys!
that we haven't noticed.
Guys, Dyson Paper is a prequel to Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. That's what.
They already
Go
got
home.
That. They already,
Is
there's
that,
already a
is
second
that really?
one.
No, there
isn't.
isn't. You think there is a sequel to every
And I
movie?
proved it right the first time. Let me
No,
prove
you
it
didn't.
right.
You were
Yes, I did.
wrong.
Ask Arthur.
Okay,
Dude,
what are we doing?
whatever.
And Nate's gonna look it up to see if we can prove
If
him wrong.
there's a second Ratatouille, there's
Yes.
not. I will. Okay, here's my deal.
We will
If there's
not
a
kill
second
Val.
Ratatouille, I will.
Ratatouille 2 official trailer June 4th, 2018.
No.
That
No,
means
it's
it's
not
not
a
out
movie.
yet, but it's
It's
in the
they're-
works.
They're pretty much done with it.
Let me see. All right.
Actually,
Trevor,
that is
you
good news because I do
conti-
want to see another Ratatouille. I like
Continue.
This is
Ratatouille.
it.
Okay.
This is Ratatouille.
I'm. You're an idiot. You're so stupid. Okay. So
What?
the official trailer for Ratatouille 2 is uploaded by, don't ban us Twitch, Angry Black Dude. So it's not an official movie, Nate. It's a joke. And black is spelt wrong. It's a K. There's no C in the word black.
Angry spelled wrong too.
Yeah.
You just say that there's no K in black.
No, that's not what I meant. There was no C in that spelling of
There
black.
you go. Guys,
Ratatouille 2,
The
I'm telling you
answer
guys.
is- there's 3
guys,
Ratatouille
shut the
2
fuck
trailers.
up. It doesn't matter.
There's 3 of them.
One was
Oh my
released in
God.
No,
2007.
they're not
Guys,
making a second
we can't
Ratatouille.
fight
I
about
understand
Ratatouille.
that.
And we're getting
Explaining-
sued by Disney again.
Stop telling me.
Oh my god, guys. Guys, just let's go. Let's focus.
Before.
Oh my god. It's been 30 minutes and we're already
that was a
We're
band.
still arguing about Ratatouille.
Okay, let's
Okay.
let's.
This was a good use of podcast time. Just to argue about Ratatouille.
Fucking
I'm
Ratatouille
bringing.
3.
Stop!
Take his laptop
Ratatouille
away.
10? Are you serious? I can't
You
wait.
can't have a 3 if you don't even have fucking 2 yet, dude.
I kind of want to see how many there are now.
No,
Take away his
stop.
We're
laptop.
on the
Take away his
stream. You
laptop.
can
Turn
do
off
it
his
after
internet.
the stream.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right.
Do you ever laugh so hard you get sweaty hands?
Yeah, these
No.
wake arms are
I think you
heavy.
got the meat sweats. You've never heard of the meat sweats?
Oh my
Guys,
god!
guys,
Oh my
Stop!
god.
This is the worst episode.
It's only
Anyway.
Fucking-
7:35.
So,
Shut up.
so, everyone, shut up. So you guys have been prepping your caravan for
Oh
the past
my
couple.
god.
So you guys have been. Take away his laptop, please.
No, this is how my character sheet.
Okay,
Because I use D&D Beyond.
everybody. Yes, D&D
Why
Beyond.
this is the worst
Guys,
time for an
shut up.
slot.
This is not a plug. Go, Trevor. Just go. Just talk.
Wait, let me look something up on D&D Beyond.
Oh my god.
So,
Rats.
so
Is Ratatouille a villain?
Stop! Stop!
It's a
stop,
fish.
stop, please,
Okay.
please. We gotta focus. This is no one wants to listen to us argue about Ratatouille for 20 minutes.
Yes.
So watching.
Arthur, I'm gonna let you police Nate. So you guys have been loading your caravan for the past couple of days, and so you're basically in a position where anytime your group wants to head out, you can do that. I don't know if there's anything else, any other business you have to wrap
I
up
thought
in
we were leaving
Oakstead.
right after the temple, just now.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
thought.
what we thought.
Okay. So after a restless few hours of gathering supplies, your group settles back into the familiar caravan and set off on a northern road in search of the main highway. Your cart begins bumping along, falling into the crevices of past travels, and Oakstead disappears over the horizon behind you.
I don't know what you said.
Do you have an innuendo to point out that you really...
No, I just thought of Ratatouille again.
God damn it, really? Are you kidding me?
Which one?
Stop.
So,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need who is navigating, who's riding the cart, and that sort of
I'll-
thing.
I'll
Wait,
navigate.
I have a question. I've been to Deorumn before, and then I went south. Would I know anything?
Do I get advantage because this is my shit?
We both been to Deorumn.
I've been more. I win.
Save the measuring for when I do, Sarah.
Go ahead and say you.
I'm
got
letting
more. We
you
can,
guys-
We can argue about that later.
I'll let you guys go ahead, talk it out, figure out who's gonna be driving the car.
Okay, so
I've lived in Deorumn my whole life.
I lived my entire childhood, but when I was in the army, we went back and forth through here, so I know the area pretty well.
I just traveled through here, I don't know,
Isn't it
a few
lovely?
weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Okay, do you want to sit up in the front with me then?
Sure.
Do I get advantage on my checks then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think that's fair. You guys are pretty familiar with the area.
Okay,
So wait, does he get advantage, or do
survival?
we each get one?
Whichever one, what do you want?
Who's
I have
driving?
better rolls.
Who's driving?
He's driving. I'm next to him, helping him navigate.
I mean, I shouldn't really say that because it's all about luck.
Here, roll your dice real quick.
Me too?
You first.
Should have just let you roll survival.
Yeah.
Wait, is it survival?
Actually, go ahead and roll a d6, and you can just add that to his roll. I think that's fair.
14.
Plus
1.
15.
15.
Okay. Yeah. So you make pretty good time. You find your way onto the main highway pretty quickly. And so your group sets out onto this simple dirt road. After only a few hours widening into a sizable highway. Actually, it's big, like perhaps 4 cart lengths wide, and well worn by the passage of clearly thousands of caravans before you, to the point where it's
We're
actually
in the carpool lane.
sure, where it's actually the land around it is raised a little, so the dirt path actually sort of curves down into the ground just ever so slightly. And a soft breeze is ever present, abating the heat of midday, with that river that you're so familiar with passing to your left or your right, just slightly. And after a few hours, what? Yeah, it's so peaceful, isn't it? After a few hours, your group crests atop a large hill and are granted a breathtaking view of the landscape before you. These so you sort of crest a little hill, and you can see out into this massive valley. Even you can see some of the mountains. Crap, I don't remember what the mountains are called. The southern Arbahol Mountains off to the west, and then these huge rolling plains in front of you.
Can you make a perception check?
So rolling hills and white peaked mountains. Sorry, I'm closing things.
Yo.
You can make a perception check.
No, I'm making him make a perception check.
18.
Cal's crying.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Oh boy. What a whim.
Cal is crying at the sight of these rolling hills and white peaked mountains, all visible in the distance. And at the center of it all, right where your highway is heading, perhaps 60 miles due north, you can just barely make out the shimmering marble towers of Deorumn.
So,
Just a little.
how you've lived here your entire life? So you grew up here. So,
Yes.
how old are you again? Sorry.
16.
16. So, okay. But you were here at a different time. As we've found out, this is going to be very different.
I still have my memory, as though I just fell asleep last night.
Do you know where you lived in Deorumn, by chance?
Mostly underground.
Do I know of underground civilizations for Deorumn?
Did you mean like under the dirt or underground, like on the low down?
Both.
Okay.
What do you mean by underground? Like the sewers?
Yes.
I've been in the sewers a lot. Did I ever see any sign of civilization in the sewers?
I'd like you to roll for me.
History.
Probably history.
Fuck you. It was a
That was-
19
that
and it
was
went
right on
right
the
onto
edge.
9.
Okay.
Here, hold on. History for me is +3, so yeah, it's
Um,
12.
You've run into a couple places, mainly in. Do we still have the map, the printed out map of Deorumn anywhere?
It's really huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
How
it's
did we
big.
lose that?
No, I was just
It's
wondering
big.
where it was.
It's right
honestly.
here.
Okay, no, don't worry about it. I was just curious if we lost it. We'll hold it up for the viewers somewhere. Put it back.
Stop it. He's stroking the map.
Okay, continue.
So the sewers are pretty ever present under Deorumn, but the only place you can really get into them is in the southwestern slums, which is where you spent most of your time.
Yeah.
And people camping out in the sewers is pretty common. It's a good source of shelter if you don't have a home. It's not exactly nice.
Stop me if I say anything you don't want.
Sure.
There were secret rooms
There were
in the tunnels.
secret rooms. Like, did you need to press something to get into them, or
Some, yeah.
do you think are they still there? Is that where you woke up?
I think they're still there. No, I woke up somewhere else.
What do you somewhere else as in where?
Actually, right near them. Is there a palace?
There's this
Citadel.
place called the Citadel, the Grand Citadel.
Right near the citadel.
Where near the citadel?
Actually, underneath it.
Underneath it. How'd you get underneath it?
Don't remember.
How'd you get out?
Crawled out.
You crawled up. What did it come out to?
You actually, it wasn't strictly underneath. It was like in the shadow of the Citadel, but you were
Okay.
actually out in this front. The Citadel it's right in the middle of the city, and then there's like 50 square feet around it where no buildings are allowed to be
Oh,
placed,
okay.
and then
Let's rewind.
this big like central yard in the front where they do blood sports and that kind of thing, and
I
that's
was
right
just-
where you woke up.
Let's rewind.
I was actually.
Rewind.
I woke up in the yard.
You did have to sneak out to some degree, because like you're not supposed to be there, but
I didn't get seen, but I woke up in the yard.
What's the security like? Is it bad or?
On the wall is worse than in the yard.
Okay.
Once you're in, you're kind of in.
I wish it was that easy.
But getting in is probably much harder than getting in.
Yeah. They won't expect people coming out. They'll just expect them going in.
My memory is coming back a little bit, and the more I remember, the more things have changed. So you may be onto something about how old I am.
Well, if I am right about how old you are, then don't fret. I mean, still 16 here, aren't you? You're just a little baby.
You want to grab your hand, push it back.
I'm gonna let it
I'm
happen.
not a kid.
I understand. You're with us now, so that means you're going to have to deal with some pretty big things. Thank you, Emily, for laughing. Out of the corner of my eye, I say this.
someone appreciates your innuendo.
I was
Wow.
gonna keep it down, and then in the background. What'd you say? Oh, big things, right?
You don't know what I've already been through.
Well, of course not, but I just want you to know in case it's not as large of a scale.
Choose your words carefully.
I'm trying, but even if I say that, it still sounds bad. It's not going to be as. If I say life-threatening, it still sounds bad. I can't say anything.
Just from the top. Try it again. Just full do-over.
I know what you mean.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, it's. I haven't been here in a while, so this is.
Doesn't look like you are.
Fuck! I forgot you could hear everything. He was 2,000 feet away. You heard everything.
It's been about.
Heard a branch break.
Yeah.
Few miles over there. Sorry.
Anyway,
That was a
That was a
that
good
was
laugh.
fucking
Yeah.
Evil
That was
laugh.
a terrifying laugh.
oh, that's right.
Oh shit!
What I need to do. Could I get you guys? I have a random encounter table back here.
Yes.
Could I get you? 3 people. That's perfect. Can each of you roll a d8 for me?
A
Actually,
D8.
wait. Let me.
3.
2.
3.
Oh fuck.
Interesting.
Not
Okay.
good. I'm by myself here.
And there's 20 dragons swooping overhead.
Not everything is a random encounter table, or not everything is a random monster encounter.
Oh, okay.
Everything has
Goods and bads.
a few things. What was it? 2, 3, 2. I'm gonna write that down.
2,
Evens are bad.
three,
Threes are
two,
good for
three.
some reason.
3, 2, 3.
I'm gonna encounter a
Oh.
pit
Okay.
fire,
3, 2, 3.
and you guys are gonna like.
The ring of fire.
Well, no, I'm going day. I'm just doing all of the
It's 3 days.
things.
Three-
There's
three
3
rolls.
days coming up.
It's kind of weird. We're gonna encounter
going
the
to be
exact
pounded?
same thing in 2 days.
No, I have I'm not a hack. I have different tables for different days.
All right, so yeah, I don't know. It's been a little bit since I've been here, so this is.
Does it look like the same, Val?
As like a kind of point towards the.
Trevor,
It doesn't
Yes.
even look the same.
the middle of the city looks similar, but the rest of it.
Yep.
The middle does, but they've added a lot.
The middle.
Those towers usually weren't that tall.
It looks even different for me out here, at least on the plains.
It's like really far away too. Like
Well,
it's like
yeah.
a speck on the horizon right now.
But like
Oh,
the
so I'm
plains,
the only one
the
that can
plains
see.
themselves just look more worn down than when I was here like 7 years ago.
Yep.
Because there's been a lot more movement, right? Yeah. Well, let's keep moving as much as we can. We should be getting there soon. A couple of days. Won't take super long.
When we get there, I may branch off a little bit, but I'll come back.
You don't have to. We can come with you. Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, Hydra.
That's not. As much as I would love to run,
And it's a rock.
I
again.
love hydras, but no.
Cal is afraid of birds.
Hydras are on some plains tables, but not these ones.
Buster and Cal are gonna be separated from
You're
the
in
rock.
you're still in a fairly civilized area, so the sort of types of monsters that are in, like if a hydra was in the plains, someone would have come out and killed it already.
I'm gonna.
I
Busto's in the
respect those
back. He
people.
can't see, but he can hear.
Yeah.
I am going to try to match the same symbol on the stone that I have that he gave me with the one that I made. Just trying to make it look a lot more like
Okay.
it.
Yeah. You are you driving the caravan though?
I'll just give the reins to her.
Okay. Musto, is there anything you are interested in doing today?
Oh, they've already discussed.
Actually, we haven't, but I just remembered something, so.
Oh.
I don't know when you want to do this, but you still have yet to attune to that wand you recovered.
Oh.
Right now.
And because you have I was thinking, because you have a bit of downtime, now would be a fairly good time.
Yeah, right now. I'll-
If he's doing that, he's preoccupied, so if he makes a little bit of noise, he's less likely to hear it.
I'll say you have all day,
Psychology.
and you're fairly skilled with your hands, so you're not gonna have much trouble with that.
Fucking
See,
hell.
Trevor, you fuck up every time.
It's
man.
not like
It's so hard. God damn it! God damn it! Are you serious? Good.
Wow.
okay. That one was good. That made it funny. Again.
I didn't mean to do that. See, it's so difficult to not make an innuendo.
Like,
That's why you just don't talk.
I don't want to say anything. I'm
Welcome to the
scared.
silent stream, everyone, where we listen
We
to.
just do sign language.
we listen to river sounds.
We just
Sign
listen-
language.
I can
Everyone
just
knows-
boost the
everyone
river
knows sign
sound.
language. That would be a good
Anyway.
stream.
Busto. So, what exactly do you want to do? All right. So, God, now you guys got me double checking every word I say. Can we agree that wand isn't an innuendo? Can we settle on that?
Depends on how many times.
You can't call that my wooden wand. This is the only precursor.
Well, okay. What are
Stop.
is stick, rod?
No,
Are any of those
definitely
better?
not rod. No, just call it a wand.
Come on.
Busto's wooden rod.
So, so you retrieve this simple wooden wand from your one of your many bags, and you pull it out. It is very simple. It doesn't look like a powerful magical artifact. It looks like someone just found some sort of a like motley stick out in the woods and whittled it into the shape of a wand. It's got a slight like curling pattern to it, almost like a spiral or something like that.
Yeah, because you guys couldn't see it from
Can you
range.
roll a perception check for me, real quick?
Me?
Yes.
Sure. Watch me not one. Total 22.
22. So
Jesus.
we're gonna be going in,
Plus 8.
I know.
for a little while. We're gonna be going in increments of a fairly long time because attunement takes a while. Especially it. I don't think this is officially in the rules, but in my mind, the more powerful an item, the more time it takes to attune to it. So I'm gonna say you're just sort of the process of attuning to this, at least for Busto, is you just sort of examine it. You're just turning it over in your hands, running it up and down, and just sort of trying to figure out what you're supposed to do with this. And the first thing you notice is you're holding it, and it's like it stays warm. It doesn't seem to stay the temperature that something of this wooden build should have. It actually seems to be generating its own heat. So even as the day goes on, it seems to be getting a little bit colder, and these clouds pull in. But despite that, the wand continues to warm your hands.
While this is happening, can I cast this spell?
Sure, but sure. What is the spell?
Weather report.
Weather report. How far in the future? 24 hours. You are giving a report for heavy, heavy rain. With a perception check of 24, I'll say you're sort of just holding it and maybe considering like how you would use this as an arcane focus after having your quarterstaff for so long when you feel a pulse on your hand.
It's the guy's heartbeat.
All I have to throw is a rock, okay?
All right, I was fine, and then Adrian starts laughing. I'll throw back. I have metal dice.
Okay,
And
a
3
pulse.
So your wand seems your magic item seems to have a heartbeat. That is the first noticeable
Good save.
thing. You guys are I don't have to give you cool magic items. I can just take them away.
I was laughing at him. He just did something
All I wanna
very
say is I'm not
inappropriate.
laughing right now.
Yeah, Arthur, I'm glad you got it.
Hey, we're younger than you guys.
So,
We're
this
less
is true.
mature. And we're also more
Shut
fun.
up. Shut up.
Why is that laugh so sinister tonight?
because I'm in a good mood. I'm in a very
You
good
sound-
mood.
That's
You
good.
know that?
You
That's
sit-
like
look,
Skype commercial off.
You sound. You know what? I'm about to do another one. You sound like the vampire from Sesame Street. 1 2
What do you want to do with the serpent's wand?
Attune.
All right.
I just basically want to attune to it as much as
We need to go.
So I'd say you sit cross-legged on the back of the cart here, and Wolfie actually sort of curls up, pressed against your back, and you just have it in two hands like this, and you just go into a state of reverie. You sort of focus all of your magical ability up to the tips of your fingers. It's not a... Go upstairs. Take 5 minutes and come back.
No, I find everything so funny. I've had a stressful day.
All right, if you do it again, I'm just gonna go under the table and I'm gonna calm down. All right, here, I'm gonna get ready. Go ahead.
And you sort of retreat inward into yourself, and then in this state of...
I'm not even laughing, but I know it's gonna
I
You might die back.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I like that.
I'll
Just-
give it
just-
to you at break.
Okay.
Look, go down.
Take
go,
a look
do
while I
this.
talk to him.
Do this.
So,
Oh my god.
Busto,
Yes. I'm with you, Trevor. I'm
in
with
this state of sensory isolation, deep within your own mind, it is quite a surprise when you hear another person's voice. And this voice comes to you, and it says, "Get back up from the table, please, Nate."
Nick,
I just don't want to distract Adrian and get him laughing too.
we're good. I
Um,
think I got the giggles out.
I'm with you.
okay.
I'm with you, Trevor. That's all that matters.
This velvety voice echoes within your mind's eye, and it says, "Interesting. Tell me." And you can kind of feel this like tingle in your head, as it's almost like you can feel the sensation of something sort of racking through your mind to try and figure things out. And it says, "Busto? Busto. Tell me, Busto. Are you my new wielder?"
I think you know.
And like, when I do that, I attempt to exude as much raw magical power as I can, almost in like a booming,
What?
almost in like a booming, echoing voice in my own head.
And what do you say?
I think you know.
Yeah.
Is he talking to himself in the back of the cart, or is that in his head?
That's
This is in his head.
Okay.
In response to that, you actually hear this, like, you feel a sense of amusement first, and then it says, yes, I think you might. I think you and I might get along quite well.
I think you and I will get along quite well as well.
Do you have a quest, Busto?
Not at the moment.
Well, I
But
hope we
will.
can put a fix to that.
I agree. I like quest.
Busto, do you know the artifact which you have recovered?
You?
Yes. I don't know the circumstances of my recovery. I see, and you sort of feel this tingling again as it roots through your mind. It says, "I see, you don't. You don't. Well, I am the chosen wand of the Archmage Penrose prior to his, well, let's say untimely demise. I am the Serpent's Wand." And as it's saying this, your eyes are still closed, so you just feel this, like, sensation on your wrist, almost like a vine has reached out. And so you kind of crack your eyes open, and you see from the end of the wand in your hand, I guess the hilt, a thin, like, pale, almost like an albino serpent has begun to emerge and wrap itself around your wrist.
Hello.
I'm gonna try to stroke his little head.
It kind of, it doesn't exactly react, but it seems to, after about 3 revolutions, it sort of moves up and it opens a frill like a cobra, and it looks up at you and speaks audibly this time, and it says, "Yes, hello, Busto. I'm the Serpent's Wand. You may call me," and you feel that, like, racking through your mind again, and then it seems to perk up slightly and says, "Basilisk."
Basilisk.
Really funny if you just went, "You may call me Bob."
What'd you name the wish demon thing?
McRibs.
Yeah,
McRib.
McRib.
McRib. Alright.
Soon.
Hello. Basilisk.
And I'm trying to, as much as possible, in Busto's voice, pronounce the S's.
Yeah, it seems to be very pleased with your attempts to abide by its wishes. And so much so, you almost feel the satisfaction with this that you barely notice it, like, actually tightening around your wrist.
Can we call him Monty the Python?
Oh, stop.
Stop looking up names for
Why?
everything.
That's how we've gotten McRibs and
that's it.
milkshake.
No.
Oh. Just,
Monty the Python.
it's not your snake.
I'm asking. Mr. Wiggles.
God.
Take his laptop away.
Damn
Holy
it.
shit.
Stop.
Nate, stop.
Go on your character.
Okay. William
So-
Shakespeare.
You already have the stat block for this item.
Yes, I do.
It is quite a good wand. If you so wish, this can be your arcane focus, and the immediate benefit from this is you will gain a +1 bonus to spell attack and damage rolls.
Okay. I think I will.
Okay.
What was it before your stat?
I'll say let's resolve this in universe. I'll say it sort of looks at you and says, you already possess an arcane focus of your own.
My staff.
Are you willing to give it up?
Motherfucker, I just paid for that goddamn thing.
What?
Their staff.
How did you pay for my
I
stuff?
paid to change it.
Oh. Yeah. Like a click in Busto's brain. And you guys wouldn't obviously see this, but for the audience, almost like a little flare in Busto's eye as he responds.
Yes.
Excellent. And you guys actually hear a sort of, you hear Busto like jump and almost maybe cry out like a tiny bit, and when you look back, he's kind of like rubbing his wrist, because Busto, upon saying that, the snake, which has positioned itself right over the artery in your right arm, just bit down. And then after sort of just like, after just like briefly holding on, it just retracted back into the wand and went silent. So, if there is no other major activities for today,
One last thing. Just, once that exact thing happens, Busto's just sliding the wand into his jacket, or his armor, and grabbing his staff.
all right.
Just like before.
Yes. So,
As if nothing happened.
as night falls around your caravan, it brings with it a heavy rainfall. Fat, stinging droplets of water collide with your cheeks and mat your hair heavily against your skull. The darkness becomes quickly oppressive, and you soon find yourselves huddled in the cart for shelter. Anyone who is outside the cart or near the edges is almost compelled to move inward to get out of this like torrent that has begun to whip up around you. And as your day comes to an end, you pull over off of the road near where that river is going by next to you, and begin unloading your stuff as best you can to prepare for nightfall. Is there anything you guys were hoping to do that I wouldn't know about?
Busto, did you ever tell us that it was gonna rain?
Yeah. A little bit. My apologies.
Did you do your rock thing?
Yeah, I did that. Hold on, I just want to see if there are any spells that I know of that I can try to give us shelter. Maybe.
Is the plan still to go to see Poggeth at some point?
Yeah.
Because that would probably have to be soon.
Yeah.
'Cause it's only about a day away. You're now like, you'd have to be going east or west now to get to it.
Yeah. So I would say so.
Okay. So probably in the following morning you'll take your detour to Poggith's?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys have rations, but are you going to forage tonight at all?
I'll go out into the woods and forage.
Okay.
While
Go
he's
ahead.
doing that,
You can make a survival check for me, Cal.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself and give myself Cat's Grace to give myself advantage on dexterity checks.
Okay.
What was it? Survival?
Dexterity?
Yep.
Okay.
In case any big fucking things in the woods. What was it? Survival?
Survival.
That is 16.
Okay. Yeah.
I do have a trap. I'm gonna put my trap down close to a camp. Not super close, like 100, 200
If
feet
he
away.
if he puts down the trap, would he roll survival for that? And then if he goes out hunting, he rolls survival for that.
It would
So
be
he roll
separate,
two
I'd say.
survival.
It'd be,
Okay.
so that
That's what I
survival I
thought.
just rolled was for
Going out.
going out.
Okay.
Do you want me to put one down for the trap?
Sure.
14. And I
Okay.
put it like 200 feet away from the campsite.
Yeah. So as Val and I'd say you probably have to, if you want like a campfire, you're gonna have to probably set it up in the caravan or
I'm
something.
in the caravan. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Being a little bitch about it.
It's gonna take a little bit of work to keep the caravan from burning down, but you have ample time while Cal is out in the weather foraging.
Would it be harder for me to get cold? And then
A little bit, yeah. You're probably all right. Cal, being out in the woods, you're probably gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw for me, since being in the rain for such a long period of time is going to potentially incur
Extinguish the
exhaustion.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, Busto and Orion or Valia, sorry, have managed to set. Yeah.
Busto would not be praying right now. Actually, he's working or fidgeting with a small glass container,
Okay.
and maybe trying to like look around the campsite for herbs.
Was it herbs or fox hair? I'm curious what this specific glass container is.
Oh shit! I forgot about that part. I was doing a different thing.
Okay.
But definitely fox hair now.
Okay. Yeah. You can make a survival check for me too.
All right.
we have dialogue. real quick.
Go ahead with advantage because you're looking for something you
Thank
know.
God he got it too.
Okay.
Can we have dialogue?
Sure.
Okay.
Anytime you want.
Where did you want to say something first, or have you finished? Have you figured out how to make that wand work yet?
A little bit.
Come on,
Sure.
Do you want me to roll deception?
Is that double digits?
Yeah. Fuck you.
I have enough.
What'd you get?
19 total.
I don't know.
It seems to be telling the truth.
Well, you got 19 deception, yeah. So I got 15. Can you show me?
And kind of like just almost making it appear out of nowhere. Buster's just gonna like create a little spark of
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. He just sort of like, almost like a little flick and just was this prestidigitation or something?
I don't have precedent Druidcraft, I guess.
Just unstructured magic.
Yeah,
I'd say.
basically.
Yeah. I'll say yeah. He actually. I'll say what would be interesting is he catches a raindrop out of the air, and just makes it glow, lightly. Not enough to actually cast light, just sort of a harmless illusion.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, Busto. I hope it can do more than that, though.
I'm not sure yet.
Because if that's all it does, it's not much use in a fight, is it?
No,
Maybe just a magician's wand.
maybe.
I mean, it's awful nice looking.
It is just wood. Like my favorite
But
thing.
it's a nice wood. If you don't mind me seeing it.
No.
Nice balance.
Yes. Very nice
It's
balance.
a nice wand. hope it isn't.
I'm giving him cues, like actual me cues.
What?
Yeah, I'm actually giving you cues.
I saw you take it really quickly.
That's side stuff, though.
I haven't.
Exactly. Continuing.
I totally lost where I was.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'd say so by the time Cal makes it back, you please make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw for me.
DC 10?
Yep.
That's 16.
You're
roll,
good.
So,
Yeah.
can I have a request?
Sure.
While I was out there, did I find like any clearing?
Yeah, I'd say you stumbled across a few areas. They're not exactly free of brush, but they are
Yeah.
free from the trees, at least.
I am going to go out into the center of the clearing and look up at the thunder and close my eyes and attempt communion.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
I was gonna fucking do it this episode too.
Why do we always overlap like that?
Because it's been a while since we've either of us had communion.
Yep.
It has it?
Yeah.
It's been on the boat.
Oh yeah.
Since the boat.
I suppose it has been a little while.
It's been 5 whole
I keep losing all my tabs.
I want to do it twice over 20. It's been 5 episodes since you guys went on this.
We're more communicative with our
So,
Yeah. Very much
patrons.
so.
I was told to wait and give somebody a heads up.
Cal, you wander out into the center of this clearing, and you sort of just put out your arms in the rainfall and look up at the thunder. When an actual like a lightning bolt just, and then when your eyes recover from the bolt of lightning, you are in a different location.
That's cool.
You stand at the edge of a massive stone dais, inscribed with strange symbols and murals of great battles in large concentric circles radiating from the center. Center of which is dominated by the remains of a large Gothic mirror, surrounded on all sides by an inky void with no stars or sunlight. The massive visage of the Fury floats in the air before you, the only light in this dark place. It's the same form, that humanoid silhouette composed of bright white and orange fire with 4 luminous wing-like appendages emerging from her back. Powerful heat emanates, often powerful enough to feel slightly uncomfortable, even like it's going to start singeing away at the hair on your arms and eyebrows. What do you do?
I'm almost back home,
I can see that.
which obviously means that I'm going to be continuing my quest.
You have been off the path for quite a long time.
What will happen when I do it?
When you do what?
When I kill him?
You will be fulfilled. You and I both. It's your purpose in life. When that moment comes, you and I will strike together, and he will surely fall.
And what will happen to this connection?
I suppose that depends on what you wish. Our deal will be done. If you wish to head on your own, I will not stop you. But recent events have begun to make me believe you and I were brought together for a grander purpose.
If I continue this after, will I be able to cut the connection into the future, or will you stick with me forever?
One who has lived a life so consumed by revenge does not abandon the mindset easily. I could tell you as much. I've embodied that for as long as I can remember. But if you find satisfaction at the end of your quest, I can do little to stop you.
I will need your help.
I am by your side as long as you let me.
I'll just leave.
Yeah. So, you, almost like just a blink, you close your eyes and find yourself back in the rainy clearing.
I'm gonna go back and check the trap and then come back to them.
Yeah. So, I'd say maybe an hour or two after Cal set off, he returns to your campsite with a sizable catch. A few woodland creatures, rabbits perhaps, maybe even some sort of a large fantasy weasel. I'm not sure what
A
you
weevil?
call it. A weevil? Did we have a name for it?
Well, it said Weevil last episode, so.
A weevil. Let's call it a weevil. In hand, as well as the remains of a desiccated trap. And by this point, I'd say if you were working at it, you have set up a fairly steady resting spot. Maybe not a campfire in the caravan, but you have at least rigged it for shelter from the rain.
Well, these will last us the rest of the journey there. There's no way we can freeze it for now, but it should stay fine next couple of days.
Okay.
So, you guys get some rest. I'll stay up and take watch, and then Buster, do you want to take second watch, or?
Sure.
Alright.
All right. So Valia and
Can I actually
yes.
do something? Can I heat up? Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just enough
Just
to-
uttering a small prayer to the Fury, you feel a slight warmth come over your body. And you're taking first watch, so Valia and Busto settle in for the night.
Did I ever find fox hair?
Did you ever find fox hair?
Yeah.
Did you ever roll a survival check?
14.
14. Yeah. Again, you had about 2 hours while Cal was gone, so it didn't take much time, especially you knowing the woods as well as Busto does, to gather up a little bit of fox's hair.
Alright. I'm just dumping it into that potion.
All right.
Unmarked
Yeah.
Potion.
Yeah. You put it in the potion, cork the top all the way, and you shake it up, and you see the fox hair sort of spins and then begins to dissolve at not climactic, but definitely accelerated rate, and as it does, the water begins to glow slightly, though it will take some time to fully set in.
Alright. Then I'm falling asleep.
Okay. Cal, can you roll a perception check for me?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Excellent.
Why is it every time I go, this is not going to be a natural 20? It's a natural 20.
It's on the weirdest thing.
But every single time I'm like, this is a natural. And no, 1? Okay.
So, yeah, with a natural 20, I'll say
You see everything.
You become
I
Busto.
lift off of the
You become
caravan.
Busto for 4
Yeah,
hours.
you notice. Well, you notice very little. There's the occasional rustling sound in the woods, but nothing approaches your caravan particularly closely. However, around midnight, not just you, but your entire group is startled awake by a just massive, like, almost apocalyptic bolt of lightning striking down and just destroying a tree a little ways off in the distance. And you kind of you see them kind of sit up, but Busto definitely. Valley maybe a few seconds after, maybe not even because of the lightning bolt, but in response to Busto's movement.
It's alright, guys. It's just weather. Go back to sleep.
It's not a good smile. It's not a good smile.
As Cal is saying that, you
Thor.
hear
Yeah.
a bone-shaking roar to your left, and
Oh, son of a-
following that, the sound of massive leathery wings passing briefly overhead. And it just sort of swoops down. You can actually like see this shadow pass above you.
No, it's not a bird. It's not a bird.
Before-
Leathery.
And as this fades into the distance, another crack of lightning illuminates two silhouettes against the far-off mountains. A massive humanoid figure, club larger than an admiral fleet ship in hand, fending off a gyrating reptilian form. And as the light fades, you lose sight of this duel, only aware of its existence by the echoing crashes and faint howls from nearly a mile away.
Get in the caravan.
No, I think we're okay. It's not. Do I know anything about that? Is this a common thing?
Poke it in it with a stick.
I mean,
Burn this bitch.
you could certainly recognize it, and I'd say you guys are just sort of like sitting in reverie of this occasionally illuminated scene
So that whole
in the distance.
that whole thing about if there was a monster, somebody would have gone out and killed it. The whole thing, that's kind of bullshit, huh?
Well, these ones are off in the southern Arborholm Mountains.
What? Okay. What is it?
They're close enough. Holy fuck!
Well, you'd recognize one being some sort of a giant,
Yep.
and the other a dragon.
Get the fuck in the caravan.
Both are nearly a mile away from you.
That's closer than I'd like to be. That's a mile closer than I'd like to be.
This isn't common though, is it?
Not particularly.
That's so cool. You guys go back to sleep. I don't think we're gonna be bothered by this. I mean, and if we are, we're leaving immediately.
We can take it.
Yeah, we can take it.
We can take them both.
Wait a second.
Easy.
I don't think we can.
Conjure animals. Got it.
You got those apes,
I
right?
think we're being tricked.
All right. You guys take care of that. I'll watch the caravan.
Despite the spectacle, your group does eventually find itself back asleep.
Oh, okay.
Not
The
me.
duel in the distance never grows particularly closer, and after it actually seems to get farther and farther away, and after maybe an hour, it is too far to make sight or sound of.
Totally.
17.
Totally a storm, John.
I see it.
You
Oh,
are
fuck off.
you're up now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
I
I'm
see it.
sleeping. I'm sleeping.
It's on the other side of the mountain.
Do you want me to roll a
I can
perception?
still see it.
If you want.
Yeah, you get that 3.
11 still.
Okay.
You say that like it's still a bad roll. It's above average.
So
No, the roll wasn't.
yeah, but the outcome.
Arthur got
Yeah.
a bad roll.
Okay.
So, despite the spectacle of this massive battle, your group does find its way back asleep, and we will get to that activity in about 10 minutes. We're gonna have a quick break. 10 minutes, stick right there. We have a little video for you, but we will be right back. See you then.
See you guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Your group hopes the morning will bring with it clearer skies, but upon waking you find the rain has still not abated. However, upon preparing to gather your supplies, you notice a few of your bags have been opened, and their contents scattered upon the forest floor.
Motherfucker.
What do you do?
What exactly?
Can I see?
Raccoon?
Can I see where some of the trail leads, where it went off to, if there's a trail?
What
Yeah,
is missing?
is there,
Like,
are there
just
footprints? Can I
footprints?
look for footprints?
There's no
There
footprints.
are no footprints.
Not even.
It literally just, it looks
I'm
like
gonna look
the
and see what they
bag-
stole.
It looks
Yeah.
like 4 bags just simultaneously just fell over and scattered a bunch of shit on the
Oh.
floor.
Can I see what they stole?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I want to look in my bag too. Investigation.
19 plus
Natural 20 on investigation.
Excellent.
22.
I got natural 20.
I know, but mine's still higher number.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, with a 22,
What? I got a nat 20.
oh, with a, with a nat
Yeah.
20 or a 22, either. You don't find anything amiss.
But
Alright, good.
I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6. You don't find
You
anything.
do find stuff amiss.
there's so
But
much
it's not
stuff
real.
gone. Why is my bag is not even here, and I'm looking in it? Okay.
I rolled poorly.
You know how you get better.
Do you guys know? Guys, shut the fuck up.
What? We're not on.
Do you see anything? Is anyone missing anything at all? Or
I didn't have a shit again.
huh? There's no footprints. I don't see anything.
It must have just fallen.
Oh, okay. Can I check to see if the footprints washed away? If there was some, if there's one spot where it's just muddy and it's like kind of washed over.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and... I'd say this is perception.
14.
14. No, you don't find...
But
It literally looks like 4 bags simultaneously fell and opened up. And
That's
spilled
my
out.
thought.
That's
Our
what they did.
bags?
Yeah,
That must
4
have been,
bags. 4 of your bags.
Well, they
Wait a
must have been
second,
pushed over by the wind.
If it was something like
They must
Wait.
have been pushed over by the wind.
Why are there 4?
oh shit.
Well, it's scattered bags. Like
Wolfie
some
has
of it,
bags.
it wasn't. Some of it wasn't like.
Well,
your
we
personal
all
bags,
we
it
all
was, like,
had our
caravan
bags
supplies.
plus our new haver sack. So 4.
And a lot of it was caravan supplies, like food and stuff.
It's behind this.
I was gonna roll nature to see if I could maybe know what this would be. I rolled a 2. So
I'm gonna-
more on bags that fell out of the cart than most other things in the game.
I'm just gonna put the bags in the back of the cart.
Okay. Yeah. So you go around.
Are they soaked through, like wet?
I mean, they were in the rain, so yeah.
Fuck. Did we leave them out there?
No.
Is anything ruined?
These aren't our bags, are they?
They are your bags.
Oh, motherfuckers.
Did
I don't
did anything
understand.
get ruined?
Have you had like paper things that got?
One,
I
scattered?
none
had
of us saw
rations.
this. None of us saw this. Me and Busta
Some
were
of,
up
some of your rations
all
might
night.
be a little
I
screwed
have
up.
1 day worth.
yeah,
None of us saw this. Me and Busta were up all night.
I was.
Well, you were up at the end of the night. I was up at the beginning.
I'll say you might have noticed bags falling over beforehand, but you didn't
give a
hear
shit.
anyone or anything like that.
Alright.
They're not like thrown around. They're just like tipped over. It looks like someone has gone through them.
I think it's just a coincidence that they're on the ground and we should move on.
Yeah, it might just be because of. But... Okay, so they must have just fallen over. Just put them in the back and let's get moving. We need to move.
We're still rolling on the bags.
I'm specifically looking for tracks around.
We've already said that.
What'd you roll?
23.
Damn, that is such a good roll to not find any tracks on.
I rolled a nat 20. He rolled a 22.
With
he
the
rolled
23, you are certain there are no tracks around here.
I'm gonna investigate if somebody flew over here.
Imp.
the invisible tracks?
Would you know anything in storm?
You can roll nature if you like.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You haven't heard of any
Fucking
storm-related creatures that would do this?
We're getting the best rolls on these fucking bags.
That's why we should just move on.
I want my die back.
Oh!
The look of determination on your face as that flew through the air.
Guys, we need to end the stream. I just peeked.
See you next Friday.
That was
and
insane.
Good night.
I don't know if they saw that.
An
Oh my
actual
God.
nat
If
20.
they didn't
Yeah.
see it, they heard it. That went.
You see it a little bit.
Oh my God.
That was an actual nat 20.
That was some insane shit.
What the
okay.
fuck happened with
I
these
like
bags?
that die. I like this die. This is my favorite D6.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh.
So, guys, we need to end the stream right now. I just peeked. There's nothing we can go from here.
I think
We're gonna get in the carts and
Thank you.
just let's keep moving.
Yeah. So setting out for the day,
Leave the bags.
you steel yourselves for long hours of rainfall based on Busto's prediction, and maybe continued predictions. Visibility is poor, and the ever-present drumming of rain upon you. I've been drinking Orangina.
Fuck.
The ever-present drumming of rain upon your cart becomes almost hypnotic after a few hours.
Oh, do you want us to roll for navigation again?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I rolled D6 to add. What'd you get?
6.
7.
So
Twice
again,
now.
you're not going to get lost. It's just sort of a. You're not very
It's
sure
gonna
where
take a
you
little
are.
while.
Do I have advantage? I know this area.
It's raining.
Wait,
I'd
but-
say if you had advantage, it would
But
be
we're not
canceled.
going to Deorumn.
We're going to Paga.
We're going to Pog.
Which
That's
is a little
you do
harder
need
to-
to actually roll to see whether or not you get lost. That's
Yeah.
not great. Okay,
Can I
help?
assist them?
Because I'm right up front with him.
you already did with
Oh,
your shitty D6.
Oh yeah, they're right. Sorry. I thought we were rolling again.
Were you going or was Pogeth or
Just
roll,
He's
roll a
Busto
D6
going
to
on his
add
own?
to it.
so? Are you guys going farther towards Deorumn and Busto's departing, or are you all
No, we're
taking the
we're all
caravan?
taking the caravan there. We're staying together.
You'd roll a D6 to, and then
Yeah.
add it to it. At least that's what I did.
2.
9.
Solid 9.
We're getting
9.
to 10.
9. I'll say with a 9.
It'll take us all day.
Yeah, it's not like
We didn't get one, huh?
you're not you well no you do.
Oh,
You
fuck.
find
Shit.
you
That's
find
why
a
it
couple
takes us
hours
all
in.
day.
You basically so you know it's about an hour's journey until you'd be there, but 2 hours later you're still not where you thought you should be.
Does anyone have any idea where we are at all?
I don't even know who August is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Busto, have you seen anything that reminds you of where we were supposed to go?
Let me look around. 19.
What do you want to do
I
to?
hate that.
How exactly are you trying to reorient yourself?
I'm looking for distinguishing factors in nearby hills, valleys, or mountains.
Visibility isn't great right
Yes,
now.
I remember that specifically.
How would
And,
visibility
also-
be if there was no rain within 30 feet of us?
You'd have 30 feet of visibility.
Hmm.
Also, heading deeper
do it
towards
30 feet way
Poggeth's,
up that
Poggeth's cave is gonna bring you into the woods, so you don't really. You need to take extra steps to get a vantage point where you'd actually be able to see.
Can I climb a tree for an acro check?
Sure. And just keep your 19 for looking.
Arthur, do you really want to do this? It's wet and slippery out.
18?
18. Okay. Yeah. So I'd say maybe an hour after you realize you don't know where you're going, you pull over the caravan briefly. And Busto works his way up a particularly sturdy tree, disappearing into the foliage away from
It's the
you.
thinnest tree.
It just snaps when he's at the top.
A few moments later, I'd say he returns. Busto, you actually got. I'll say what you see is you're actually a bit closer than you expected. Maybe a mile off. You can barely see it. I'd say what you make out is that church steeple sticking out of the ground, which is significantly, even though the trees are fairly heavy, it is significantly higher than the trees, and very distinguishing on the landscape.
Alright.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. So Busto guides your cart, and minutes later, you arrive at that same small shanty town that appears to have sunk into the earth. Little is visible of these buildings besides the rooftops, and at the northern edge of town, you can see the top of a church steeple jutting out of a small hill, now the only part of the building still above ground. So you pull up next to that broken window you used to get back inside last time, and you can see. I think you left a rope, or did you cut the rope? I can't remember.
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
We cut the rope.
We cut the rope.
did.
Yep.
I cut the
When
rope.
when someone was at the top, they
Yeah, I cut the rope.
Yeah. So, I'd say in the rainfall, the mud has actually started like to pool around the bottom and drip into the cavern below.
All right, Busto. Well, here's a stone. Give this one the pocket. I think he'd like this one more.
I'm kind of curious to see what's inside.
It's really not that nice. If you want to go, you can, but I'm warning you.
Busto, is it dangerous?
Yes.
No. And as I'm saying that,
You're not. No.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
No. Why would you do that?
Because I already asked Trevor. Because, yeah, we specifically, there's a specific reason for this.
Okay.
That's like, it's actually important to the characters.
Yeah.
His reasoning checked out.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is there any signs that can tell if you're?
I
about
knew.
to
I knew
cast
you'd
magic?
come up with
Hey,
some bullshit
can-
reason why you could detect magic.
Can you
No.
see if
That's, like,
you're
actually
about to
important.
detect magic, Trevor? Like, can I see if he's about to detect magic, or is it
It's
just
a
like,
pretty odd. What are the components for it?
Detect Magic.
I might not be out of this yet, buddy.
Okay. Well,
I want you to win too. Give me a second. I have an idea.
It's actually a racial trait. So,
Can't read lips. Just wait until he figures it out.
Like I was thinking about this before, so Cal would have thought about it before as well.
Can you detect magic?
visual and somatic.
So it is visual.
Verbal. and somatic.
Verbal. Apologies.
Yeah. So
Verbal.
yeah,
So I
no,
can
it
hear
does
it.
take. It is pretty clear.
As he's doing it, can I just kind of like put my hand right like underneath or right next to the stone? Me being completely magic. So you would
Yes,
detect
but
magic.
it's pretty obvious you just.
You
stick your
just
hand-
No,
Go ahead.
I'm just kind of looking at it. I'm like, here, hold this. Oh yeah, that is kind of neat, isn't it?
Actually,
You
he
realize
can-
I know
You'll
what
be
I'm
able to
gonna do
distinguish.
because Cal would have thought about this because I was thinking about it a while ago. I knew he would try to do. Knew he would try to cast it, so I'm gonna cast Warding Bond on it.
you realize I can tell what type of magic it is, right?
I thought you couldn't. I thought you could only detect if
What
it's
type
magic.
is it?
Yeah.
Abjuration.
You can use your action to see a faint aura around.
I'm
any
pretty
visible
sure
creature or
setting
object
might be
in the area that bears magic.
Yeah, he can use the action to use to see an aura.
Yeah, I know, but I'm pretty sure they're the same type of magic.
Is it? I don't know.
Busto, make an Arcana check.
Ooh.
All right.
Is this our first Arcana check?
No. Natural 20.
It was
Fucking
funny.
god damn it!
It was a mad point.
It is magical, but it is not evocation as it should be.
This one was Abjuration. I thought they were the same.
I'm sorry, Adrian. I
God damn it,
rolled really
dude.
well both times.
This is why we should have left the bags, because you got a bunch
He's
of
too
bad rolls with the
stupid.
bags, and it would have been a bad roll if we had just said. The
Why is
bags
he
fell
so
out.
dumb? But
You
he
see,
also just is like so smart.
This is why
He's
sometimes
smart enough
we
to
should
fucking
just
think,
leave-
hey, maybe my friend's tricking me that I trust a lot, so I'm gonna fucking check this thing. Fuck you. I know it's got a reason behind it, but I'm angry.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you after the stream. At some point. Maybe.
Adrian absorbed the magic from the stone.
It's
That's your
pretty-
excuse.
Having
That's
to
your
fight Busto is pretty annoying, isn't it?
I'm just gonna take out the real one.
Thank you, Kyle.
Busto, I still don't think you should give.
Busto, why don't you just go
Over.
say hi to him? You don't. Why are you giving him the stone?
You will understand one day.
Why don't
Is it a
we make
friendship
that
thing? Is it because you're
today?
wise and old?
And as I'm Just was saying that, as I'm jumping in, you for the first time will see me completely change into a different person. Presto.
Oh, good God. I forgot about Crusto.
I still want to go in with him.
What, did you just fucking jump into the church?
Yeah.
It looks super badass, and he falls, and all you hear from the bottom is.
I want to go with him. I'm still gonna go with him. What?
God damn it, why not? You are going to take, God, was 9 plus 7 falling damage?
Oh shit! I want to go with him.
Supposed to just fucking just goes,
jumps and then just
he
breaks
just goes.
his leg.
He's just like, "Thank you for the stone." He turns into a handsome man and just dives head first through the broken window.
It's literally head first, but it's not even like he pencils it. He just jumps off like that. It's not
I'm
even
gonna
like
jump.
he puts his
I'm gonna
arms
jump
out.
in, I guess, because that's the only way in, and I don't care how much falling damage I take.
Okay.
I have more health than everyone.
Did you roll
That's
right?
not
Because
it.
that is so much HP.
First orc.
I
Yeah.
rolled a lot,
Jesus.
and I have smaller hit dice than everyone.
Well,
I know.
what did you? How much did you take?
16.
You take 15 points of falling damage. This is such a.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting in the fucking caravan.
Dun, 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 dun,
Just,
dun,
can
dun,
I make a
dun.
perception check to make sure nothing's coming up on me?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
14. Why do I keep getting 14s?
Because we used all our good rolls in the bags, like I said. we shouldn't
Right.
have.
All right. So
Busto and Val stupidly jump into the hole.
So, the ground floor has been crushed and distorted by the pressures of the earth above, leaving only these scattered remains of the church. But heading past that, you go through this small winding tunnel into the same cavernous room you have been in before. It has a musty odor and the air feels oddly stale. In one end of it, you see the sleeping form of Poggith the Collector.
I kind of want to hang back a little bit. Not like out of view, but just like 5 feet from Busto or something. Actually, no. Scratch that. The opposite. I want to be like right up next to Busto.
Okay.
With my staff.
Hello, Poggeth.
Yeah, in response to that, you see him kind of shift, and he sort of like waves an arm and then rolls over and looks at you and goes, Crusto?
Yes. It is your friend, Crusto.
He just takes 2 fists and like slams them into the ground and kind of like ape-like, like hand over hand runs towards you, and comes to a stop, and then reaches back and grabs his bag and pulls it over. I have so many more interesting items to show.
Really?
And he kind of like, waves his hand and he goes, really?
Oh my, I also have item to show you.
And he sort of rummages around in his bag and he pulls out a bunch of like sheep bones and sort of rotted meat, and he starts like laying it out on the ground very carefully, and he goes,
I like your sheep bone. Very strong sheep you killed.
very popular exhibit,
Not the
Yes.
sheeps that were fucking below.
Very popular exhibit.
and every new visitor makes the exhibit larger.
Oh, yes.
And I'm kind of grabbing my bag. I'm going to pull out because I specifically remembered this. One of the bones I used back in Oakstead for my first communion.
Yep, I remember that.
And I'd like to take one of a big femur bone, basically, and place it into his hands.
He looks over and you first see just this like ravenous look, and then he kind of poses himself and very carefully inspects it, turning it over in one massive, bulky hand. And he goes, fine indeed. You make an good collector.
Well, thank you. And I have something else for you.
Another bone?
This is bone from Earth. It is special bone.
He nods very heavily, understanding nothing.
And
Big glassy eyes looking back at you.
I take
Maybe a line of drool coming out of his mouth.
I take Ascending Stone. One of the ones that I have, one of the pairs. And
This is special earth bone. But, Pog, you need to do me very big promise.
Big promise for fine collector.
Well, thank you. I know you like collecting. And, well, I also like collecting. But sometimes I try to collect too much. I need someone like the great Pogeth to help sometime to collect. I give you special bone. You keep with you for all time. And bone say something to you. It is me, Crusto, talking to you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. But, as all great collector know, for a very special bone,
I hand it out into my hand.
One of his big meaty fingers comes in and he just picks it up and looks at it for a second, turns over in his fingers and sticks it in his mouth and you can kind of wash it around his tongue. Not much meat. Good bone, earth.
very good earth bone. Now, do you have fancy earth bone for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. He lifts loincloth.
Oh my god.
I have a very special bone for you.
Ah.
Did it really take you that long to get?
No, I got it. Just his sound effect of that is just disgusting. No, Pocket pops open his bag again and he looks around for a second. I'm certain he has a few rocks in there somewhere, and I'd say he pulls out one, which in his hand is like a rock, but handing it to you, it's like a boulder. It's like very large.
I don't even want to get handed.
And he goes,
I don't want to get handed.
I have boulder too. If it talk, not me.
Okay.
You bring meal?
No. Okay.
No, this is new friend of Crusto. He very, very smart.
She?
Very, very smart.
I just remember this is the exact same situation it was before.
Yep.
Yes.
Except you were there to back us up
Yeah.
in case something happened.
This very good collector as well.
Yes.
Demon spicy. Perhaps not good for eating.
Yeah.
Maybe for eating little bit?
I try. Not very good.
I trust Collector Busto.
Yeah,
Crusto, sorry.
And he breaks the Lord. Entire world ruined. You have to make a new one, Trevor. So.
20-minute break.
Poggeth, Poggeth
God, I
actually
need a
thing.
fucking X-Files sound effect on my soundboard. I have Stranger Things noises.
That's true.
Actually, this would still last.
2 more
So,
buttons.
while I'm talking to Poggeth,
Yeah.
I still have detect magic on.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the room that is magic besides?
I'd say you see a faint, very faint bit of magic still emanating from his bag.
Poggeth. I like this.
That me.
I like rock. Very, very cool. Earthbone. Very cool. But I am no great pocket. I cannot hold rock for long time. I am not strong like you. Do you have something else for trade?
Poggith understand. And he takes rock and he sticks it back in his bag, rummages around for a second, and he pulls out a second larger rock, and he hands it to you. This one's like hard to even keep upright.
Don't pass it to me. Don't pass it to me.
Poggith, this is amazing, rock.
He looks unbelievably proud of his own intellect.
You should be.
Now we lift someone.
Fucking IQ 8000 right here.
But this is too big. I know great pocket. You have something for small crusto hand?
Takes out a planet.
Poggith have no more rock. Poggith find rock. And he starts like digging in the dirt. He seems to have forgotten he gave you the rock in the first place, so you kind of just quietly set it down as Poggith is like digging around. And a few minutes later he sits back and goes, Poggith no find rock. Perhaps Crusto pick rock. And he puts his bag out to you just like open, like this.
Alright.
Bad hand motion.
Yep, he's already done that before.
Exactly why I looked straight at Adrian while I did it.
That was inappropriate. You got a nat 20. You got a nat 20. He dropped the die. He went, boop, nat 20.
What are you? You were stealing my luck.
We didn't even
ready?
look.
I'm gonna roll my nat 20 or my d20. That is a 2.
I got a 19.
Yeah. So, Poggith's bag is
Didn't even fucking look at it.
honestly, it's mostly just full of random detritus.
Yeah.
He has a couple like broken shields and that sort of thing. He has some fairly nice. It looks like, weirdly enough, it looks like door handles. Like
Diamond
a
door
lot
handles?
of door, like a lot of door handles, just random door handles. I'm assuming you're looking for what is exuding that magical signature.
And while that's also happening, again, just to reiterate, you guys wouldn't obviously see this, but there's just another, even maybe bigger flare, slightly larger than the last, in his eyes. As he's kind of delving into
Oh, yours?
Yes, into
Okay.
my eyes.
Yeah, the object in Poggith's bag exuding that magical signature, it appears to be this like, I don't exactly know how to specifically describe it. It looks like a, it's like a big flagon, like a jug, basically. Except instead of having one cork at the top, it has like it has just corks around the top out of different little spouts.
Okay.
What
And then kind of like pulling out.
what is this rock?
That and Poggith, I'm not gonna make you roll inside this. Poggith doesn't.
No.
Poggith didn't know that was in his bag. Like, that is pretty. And pulling it out, you can actually see it's just coated in dust. Like, it's obviously been just in the bottom of the bag for a long time. But Poggith just sort of goes, that Poggith special round rock, pointy top, good rock.
Good rock. And I'm gonna lick it.
It's actually salt.
Dun dun dun.
You get a lot of dust on your tongue. Yeah, so you lick it and then just kind of like.
And Busto is allergic to dust mites. He dies.
And
Um,
like, kind of the spitting the dust out.
Dusty meat. but good rock bone. Where did you find?
Where does one find, really? And he looks like he was gonna say something else, but he just sort of like becomes lost in his own weird wisdom.
You guys look like you're from a scene from like Half Baked.
What is fine?
What is rock?
Can I be there? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what?
He just doesn't understand with our.
Was I not
Well,
there
then
when everybody was smoking the
You
weed?
see like a gear click, his one gear click in his head. He goes, Crusto lift. Good rock.
That's an idea.
Crusto. Take that rock.
You guys are the best at playing fucking idiots I've ever seen.
I think you should do it.
Okay.
Best idea I've heard
Thank
so far.
you, Poggett, for the special rock. And I hope you like my special rock. But remember, that special rock say something. And Poggett is great collector. He know everything.
Hoggith have indubitable memory.
Busto
And
doesn't even know what that
you, yeah,
means.
you just realize, you just like look. Busto's face is just the most confused it's ever been.
Honestly, so is Hoggith's.
Good.
But
Honestly,
he's
so is Valia's right now. Like, what?
Poggith most photosynthesis memory.
Indubitably. Yes. Okay.
Wait.
Thank you, Poggett.
Okay.
And I'm going reaching out for a hug.
Yeah, he's huge compared to you. He just like wraps to like the elbows around you. It's a bit painful, but the sentiment is there. It's also kind of humbling that he doesn't even have to sit up to hug you. He's still just like splayed leg on the floor.
I'm gonna cry.
That's what's gonna make you
Thank
cry.
you, Poggett.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I will call you when I need you.
That's a lie. He's lying.
He looks so confused, but he seems to be trusting you on this one.
Alright.
All right. Yeah. So, you guys head back to that church room. How are you getting out? Is my question.
Can Busto throw me that far?
Fine,
No.
Druidcraft.
Yeah,
I knew what he was gonna do.
I'm just.
I'm a genius.
I'm just being an asshole. I'm abusing Druidcraft.
Well, that's usual.
Yeah. So Cal, you've kind of been waiting in the caravan, and a few minutes later,
He's hit my funny bone up my chair.
God damn it.
A few minutes later, Busto and a sufficiently confused Valia reemerge from. Yeah, Valia's just like,
What the
hell?
fuck just happened?
I don't think it was dangerous, but I don't really know.
And Busto is carrying this big jug, basically.
What's up, Busto?
Poggett, give me big jug.
Big jug? Why'd you take that? They just gave it to you?
I trade.
Oh, okay. Trade a very valuable magical artifact for a jug?
Yes.
To give him some credit, nothing really seemed to make much sense down there.
Alright.
Busto, I would note that it does seem to be full of something. Like, it is sloshing. It's clearly full of liquid of some kind.
I don't know.
The state of that liquid is probably not great, considering how long it's been in his bag.
What is it?
That's a great question.
Alright.
You don't have X-ray vision, so I'm not sure you'd know.
I do. I'm just kidding.
No, you don't.
I
So
do.
there, how many corks are on it in total?
9.
I grew up
9.
I've
Yep.
seen this
Are the quirks any writing on them? No.
They look like they might have been colored once, but it's just completely faded.
That's all you know.
There's like little
All you
specks
know.
of paint in a couple spots.
Alright.
But also, like, the quirks aren't. I don't need to describe it as like they're in a ring. They're just sort of randomly placed along the top of it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
he's gonna get in the back, and I'm just gonna keep going.
Just keeps one.
All right. So, with that very
That was fucking so.
necessary detour, out of the way, your group returns to the road again.
Do you want me to make
Um,
another?
What?
Do you want me to make another survival?
Go ahead, just to get back to the road.
Natural 20.
Excellent. You make great time.
It's almost
So-
like you just did it.
Um,
Wow.
Visibility-
It's not back. We're still going upward.
visibility is still poor,
Wait, you
and
got a nat 20, right? Okay, so I don't.
the ever-present drumming of the rain upon your cart becomes almost hypnotic after a few hours. It's cold, but not unbearably so, and the reverie of rainfall makes the day pass quickly. Before you know it, your group has begun unloading your cart to settle in for the second night. Is there anything you want to do that I should know about?
I'm gonna. It's still raining.
Yes.
I'm showing these two the jug.
Sure.
Have we rested? Like, is that enough for a long rest? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Can we?
Heal.
We should sit. We're gonna sit inside the caravan, right? Sitting around, and I'll cast. Continual
Oh, that's
flame, and just have a flame going in my hand,
Alright.
and then. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just talk. We're talking about the jug.
I would like to cast Mold Earth to create a firewall, basically. So to prevent, like...
Not
wind.
fire, just a wall.
Yeah, a wall. A firewall is like a wall. That,
I understand what you mean though.
Not
just-
a wall of fire.
Oh, okay, yeah. In D&D, there is firewall.
Yeah, that's fair. Point taken. Okay,
Okay.
point taken.
Yeah, so you're talking about the jug.
Do you know what this is?
To me, it seems just like a jug. Do you want to open it? See what's in it?
Why not?
All right, uncork it. One of them, at least.
Yeah, and we're gonna grab one of the random quirks.
Unfortunately, we don't really have a D9. If you want to roll a D10 minus 1, re-roll on a 1.
Oh no, it has different magical effects for every quirk.
wait. No, D10s have zeros. I have a
Just
D9
want me to not
roller.
use the zero?
What?
Yeah.
I have a D9 roller around here.
Alright.
How would you wait? What are the sides on it? It goes up to 9.
Yeah, on a d10?
Yeah, just re-roll zeros then.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's fine. 7.
7.
Didn't even have to worry.
Yeah. So you pop one out and tilt it over, and just a stream of fresh water pours out onto the caravan in front of you.
That
Does it
seems
have
like
like
the
that
worst one to get.
weird... Does it have like that weird, like, old smell?
Looks
When
completely
water-
fresh.
Okay, Busto, don't pour it all out.
I'm gonna, like, when he says that, I'm gonna, like, grab the water and pour it back into the jug.
No.
What? How?
Huh?
Grab the water off of the caravan floor with your hands?
It's gonna take you a little while.
Walk me through the.
Busto, you don't need to do that. No. Stop, Busto.
The best part was you were so serious about it. I'm gonna take the water and pour it back.
I thought I was
into
pouring it into a cup or something.
Nobody said that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Okay, so try a different one. I
Now,
don't understand why. there's so
maybe
many
we
quirks.
should get a bucket.
Don't
One.
What? Oh shit. Okay, where are you pouring this?
lava.
I just put a bucket out.
Yeah.
A bucket.
We had a bucket from. Oh
It's
shit! It
lava.
is fucking lava.
It's not lava.
It's acid.
Yeah.
A pale green liquid pours out and hits the bottom of the bucket and just
Buster,
soaks
Buster,
through
stop,
almost
stop.
instantly.
I'm gonna throw the bucket out of the car.
Yeah, it just sort of bounces away, and you see it kind of just dissolving and leaving this little acid burn on the caravan where the bucket
Okay,
was sitting.
so different ones are coming out each time. Here, I'm gonna mark them. So the one number 7, I'm gonna mark it as water,
Okay, hold
and
on.
then that one I'm gonna mark it as acid.
Hold on. 1 acid, 7 water.
That was 1. 1 was acid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck
All right,
did you
7 was
give
fresh
him?
water.
7 fresh water.
Oh, you got salt water in there.
All right. Do
Or
4.
unfresh
Yeah,
water.
4.
Do another one.
You tip it over this time, and it doesn't like.
Nothing.
Well, it doesn't pour out right away, but after, and you kind of like shake it for a moment, and then
Lava.
this just big glob of honey just
Oh, honey.
onto the caravan in front of you.
Can I eat it? Can I eat some of it?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Nom nom.
It's very
Thank you,
sweet.
Buster.
I want to
Maybe-
eat it. I want to eat the honey like Winnie the Pooh would eat the honey.
6.
I want to eat the honey.
Musto's
like
just
Winnie the Pooh.
popping off. He's like,
Yeah,
We're not even-
Are you? Do you have a bucket or a cup for this?
we
Oh yeah, we have a bucket.
We
Well,
threw the
have,
only bucket
we
out.
have a pan.
You have
We
a
do
pan.
have a
Yeah,
pan.
you can
Put
put
the
it in a
pan.
Remember,
Yeah.
if it fucks
So-
up, we have nothing to cook with.
You
I can.
pour a sort of little, slightly bubbly, I'd say kind of a pale orange liquid in the pan next to the honey.
I
Does it
smell
smell-
it.
does it smell
do you wanna take
okay?
a drink?
Yeah, I want
Does
to
it
take a
smell
whiff.
okay?
It smells sharp.
Like,
Yeah, you take a big mouthful of vinegar.
No, just a little bit of a.
Yeah, no, you kind of recoil. It's just vinegar, like cooking vinegar.
I'm gonna throw it out from the back.
8.
8.
I did 6.
Yeah.
I put up 6.
You add to this nasty
4.
vinegar honey a healthy dose of water again.
Specific type. Can I smell the water?
Salt water.
Parasitic
It's- yeah, it's
water.
salt.
I'm gonna pour it out the back again.
This is the most fun I've had on stream.
All right.
5.
Jesus Christ, I don't even have to re-roll.
Lava.
So gross. Back into the pan. You
It's
again tip it, and
saliva.
it kind of doesn't pour right away. And you sort of, and this like chunky white liquid just into the pan.
Oh.
It's sour
Rotten
milk.
It's milk.
It's not milk.
Goat cheese?
It kind of does smell like sour milk. It's not great with the honey and vinegar
It's
mixed in.
cheese.
It's mayonnaise, actually.
It's chunky mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise.
I love milk, but not chunky.
It's just a gross.
I'm gonna throw it out. No,
It's tartar sauce.
he was just saying it was
0, so reroll. Already rolled a 6.
3.
3.
by the way, I'm cleaning all this out in the ring.
Can we just? do we really have to roll, or can we just say that we rolled? Because
We're gonna leave honey, acid, mayonnaise, vinegar, all this shit on the back of like where we sit.
We're not
There's
gonna
gonna
stop.
be a bear
So do we
coming
really?
tonight.
Do we really have to roll, or can we just say we got a 2, we got a this? Because we're not gonna stop till we
Sure,
get
you
it.
you can just say the numbers from now on.
Alright.
You've made it far enough in that you can kind of start picking intelligently. No, you pour this one out, and a goldeny dark liquid with a soft foam over the top pours into the pan.
I'm gonna taste it.
Butter?
Beer.
It's beer.
Yeah. Busto.
It's
Alright,
actually good.
Don't
beer,
tell
too.
us what it is. Just explain it and let us guess.
Okay.
This is a
Well,
fun game.
We need to taste it, so we won't. We can't taste it.
Well,
actually.
What was, that was 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
What's
see-
your next
well,
number?
No,
2.
I
2.
guessed before I tasted it.
Yeah, you pour it in. It looks.
Let him describe it,
Yep.
please.
It's like the beer. It's more of a like pale color, and it doesn't.
It's a
foam.
pale ale.
You
No,
drink
don't
it.
don't drink it. Don't. No, we have to
No,
guess
no, no.
first.
I'm gonna
Let's
smell it.
guess.
I'm gonna smell it first.
Is it
I've
pee?
always been smelling it.
It doesn't have much of a scent, really.
So it's not urine.
I'm gonna take my pH paper. No, I'm kidding. I don't have to.
I was like, you have something to detect pee? That's what you said when the first pee. I know what a pH is.
I was supposed to be like, have you ever been in bio class?
What is
I almost
it?
failed.
I'm-
but
How? What are
Wait,
you doing
wait.
with it?
It's paler than
I'm gonna put
beer.
my
and
finger in
doesn't
it.
foam. Is it?
Or actually, it. Yeah, no, it doesn't really smell like much.
I'm gonna put my finger in it. Just
Is
my
it?
pinky.
Is it beer that's gone flat?
No.
I'm
Is it
just
soda pop? Yeah, let's taste it.
I'm done.
Poison.
It doesn't taste like much. It tastes like slightly
Is it?
brackish water.
Is it spit?
Oh, it's just dirty water.
We all have parasites.
Did you did put it in your mouth? I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
I said I put it in my mouth too.
15, natural 15.
What is it?
Natural 15.
So it's about.
What-
Yeah, so it
Of what?
you feel a little queasy after drinking it, but it's not.
It's dirty water.
It's not. You're not hurt.
It's dirty water. Is it Trevor? I'm drinking it.
You drink more?
No, I tried
I
it.
drank it too. I succeeded.
I tried it. Is it dirty water?
Doesn't taste like it.
What the
it
fuck
doesn't
is
taste
it?
like it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like it's weird.
Is it poison? Poison.
Does anyone spend a lot of time around alchemy equipment?
Fucking Orion's dead! Bitch, look in your books.
Yeah, that's what I was just
I
thinking.
have a lot of
I was
alchemy.
literally.
I mean,
Okay, no, it's poison. I can
I
figure
do
that
ju-
out.
I
Cal,
do just-
Cal can figure
I
that
do
out.
just want to say he has like 300 books, but we're gonna look through those fuckers
I
and we're
would
gonna tell.
know what venom is like.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
venom. It's not
No.
venom.
Well, I think Cal would understand what
I'd
poison
say after
is.
fucking with it for a while, you pretty solidly
After
So
determined.
it's
tasting
poison.
it 4 or 5 times, we're like, it's fucking poison.
It's basic
It's
poison.
poison.
That
Alright.
is so useful. That is so.
Do you have any
useful.
other numbers?
Yeah, 9.
Oh,
9.
9 and I think
That's it.
6 or
We
7.
already-
Nope, we
6.
already got 6 and 7.
You're missing
Vinegar and
one.
water. We have all but 9.
5. You're missing 6.
No,
What was
wait,
6?
that's vinegar.
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 5 is
You're missing
chunky
six.
mayo.
You're missing 6 or 7.
No, we're not. We have 7
There's
fresh water,
2 you haven't done
6 is vinegar.
6 is vinegar, 7 is fresh water.
Which one are you missing? So you're only missing
We're
9.
only
Yeah,
missing
yeah,
9.
yeah.
What are the other ones labeled
Okay,
then?
1 is acid, 2 is poison, 3 is beer, 4 is honey, 5 is mayo, 6 is vinegar, 7 is water, and 8 is
You messed up.
Salt water.
I can't count. There's a 10th one.
Oh,
Alright, fine.
Well,
9
9.
and 10. What the fuck are they?
A
Which one?
D9.
Which one first?
9.
So you
Let us see
very
it.
you very thoroughly wash out the pan.
Yes.
Which one is this? 9 or 10? 9.
Fucking I want to play the
And you pour this very clearly yellow,
It's pee.
slightly not. It doesn't have that sort of. It's like
Maple syrup pea.
not quite.
Is it maple syrup?
It doesn't seem to react. Like it sort of pools around the rainwater instead of mixing.
Is it
with
thick or thin?
oh, it's oil.
It is oil,
Yeah.
What
okay.
kind of oil?
Vegetable.
probably.
Jesus, fuck. All right, 10.
Actually,
this is so useful.
Can I
This
do
is
something?
actually insanely useful.
What?
I snap my fingers, casting Druid Craft
What
on the
away.
oil, and does it light?
Not very well.
Okay.
It's like cooking oil, not really like dangerous oil.
Oh,
It's not black.
It
would
heats-
be-
it heats up.
Cooking oil.
It heats up crazy, but
Dude,
Yeah,
hey,
it's up crazy
is
fast.
it never-ending liquid or is it only a certain amount?
It's a
We
great
don't know.
question.
Fuck.
Slightly
I would.
magic.
I think we should test it. Wait, what's 10 first?
And all right, yeah, you pop off the last cork. You don't have to worry about the numbers from now on. You can just ask for the specific liquid.
Oh.
So you pop off the last cork and you pour a dark reddish liquid.
Is it
yes,
blood?
wine. It's wine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I thought it was blood. Okay. Guys, I think we should test and see if it's never-ending.
Okay, so what came out? Vinegar? I'm assuming we're never gonna use
I'm gonna-
vinegar.
A
I'll
vinegar
pour
or
7.
mayonnaise?
Which just tell me the liquid.
Water. Fresh water.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
Why
Fresh
what?
water.
Vinegar and mayonnaise. Oh, you can refill fresh water.
Yeah.
That's true. We always have fresh water. Go for it.
We're thinking what we don't ever use that we can't refill. Vinegar and mayonnaise. A little bit of honey.
And I'm just gonna dump some fresh water out.
If it all goes because you.
We should
No.
do the we should do the beer and I
You
can
never
chug
know.
it. I've never
What?
had beer.
What are you doing? Sorry.
I'm gonna grab the fresh water and then just dump it out the caravan.
And then
See
if it does
runs
empty,
out.
we're gonna do the classic Busto method and pick it back up and put it back.
Where are you pouring it into? Sorry, I wasn't
Out
reading.
of the
Outside
caravan.
Yeah. It pours for. You did fresh water.
Oh, they all have a certain.
It pours for
pouring time.
about 4 minutes straight
Holy,
before it dribbles to a stop.
that's a lot of fucking
Busto,
water.
shake it. Is it
Beach.
empty?
Yeah. No, you hear some liquid sloshing around.
And then, so hold on, I want to cork,
And then
Cap 7
try,
again?
Try pouring it again.
shake it, open up Cac 7.
Which is what?
Nothing comes out.
Okay. We're right next to the river.
So it's just a large amount of it.
We're right
It's not
next.
an infinite.
It might refill. We don't know.
We're right next to the river,
That's the
right?
point, actually.
I think you should fill it at least a little bit. While we're right next to.
We
fresh
have
water.
we have canteens. We can drink fine. Fresh water is the least of our worries.
I'm just gonna put it
right now.
in my.
while we're on the
I'm
river.
gonna put it in the haversack,
Okay.
and
As you said, we could
I'll worry
separate.
about
Why
it
don't
for
you
now.
think about your own actions?
All right.
Put you down.
So
Downtown. I still think we should have chugged out the mayo. See how much of that shit came out. I'm interested. I still have it listed as chunky mayo.
okay.
I don't care what anybody else says. It's chunky.
okay.
Gross.
Sound
So
making-
gross.
Chunky.
So Around 3 hours past sundown. I don't know who's up. Who's up? Who's staying up?
I'll stay up first.
Hell. Can you make a perception check for me? 8. Okay.
If I literally rolled a 0.
So you don't notice.
Yeah.
You don't notice much of anything until around 3 hours after sundown, when something just feels slightly off about the forest around you. You're unsure exactly what tipped you off, but because of this alertness, you are focused when an arrow strikes the road running right beside your camp. It appears to be lit with a flickering green flame, illuminating a small figure standing just beyond it, facing you. As your eyes adjust, you make out the form of a lone kobold, appearing to be heavily armored with a crude short sword in his left claw.
I'm gonna pat them awake.
Yeah.
Guys, there's one kobold over there, which means there's many, and he's staring right at us. Get ready to fight.
Wait. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
No,
While that's happening,
Kobolds are the bird.
no, kobolds are little
Trevor.
dragons.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the wand and like almost as if like sleight of hand, just like grabbing it and placing it like into my sleeve.
Yeah. To hide it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand. No, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. As you begin to rouse the rest of your party, the small reptile calls out, "Attention! You are currently trespassing upon the root of the most distinguished territory of Clan Clawback." And he bangs on his shield. He actually appears to be heavily armored, and he bangs on his shield, and he yells, "Clawback!" again, and a dozen voices from the forest around you echo his call of "Clawback!"
What time is it, Trevor?
Wait.
What time is it?
3 hours after sundown.
We should just go.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna step out of the caravan.
A fine of 500 gold pieces a person is required to ensure your safe passage through this valley.
Sorry, we're not going to pay that. I highly.
This is the wrong.
You
fucking
really
thing to say.
should not fight us. It's probably not the best idea.
Why are you putting
Intimidation.
things? Just leave!
Intimidation.
I don't know if this is in your best interest, but if you attack us, you're attacking the cult, and I'm gonna crack my knuckles and use thaumaturgy to just and like thunder all behind us to try to intimidate him.
You can go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Advantage? Because thunder?
Go ahead. Yeah, have advantage.
So 16 plus that was 18.
Okay. Hang on. Sorry, I just gotta open something. D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
Yeah, no, he, upon hearing that, you seem kind of startled a little bit, and then he points his sword at you and he says, "Pay the toll or suffer a fate worse than death."
Right then, I'm gonna run out in between Cal and the guy pointing the sword at Cal. Please, we didn't know we were trespassing. We'll go right now, and we'll just leave and call it good.
They want us to pay, pal.
Shh. Just let us leave. 12 persuasion.
Well, you see him just like he kind of had the sword like this, and he just like pulls it back into a fighting stance.
Look at us. We're really young. We don't know what we're doing. We just want to get home.
I'm gonna look past Val, like over her head, and look straight at the kobold, and just have my eyes like this, and just have flames, and then my horns go fully out.
I'm gonna notice.
like, I wanna fight these
I'm at least
fuckers.
gonna hear that, and I'm gonna kind of say to him jokingly, and I'm like, as you can see, my friend's a little hot-headed.
Wow.
Good joke. Go home.
That's what we're trying to do. Thank you.
Busto, like with the wand in his sleeve, Busto's like kind of getting up and grabbing his staff.
Listen, I'm sure you have.
Is the metal on it already?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sure you have plenty of men ready to fight, way more than we have, I'm sure. But nobody needs to die over something as silly as this. We did no damage. We just want to leave, and we can go right now.
You may leave when you pay the toll. Climb clawback!
Listen, we don't have 500 gold each. I can offer you 75 gold. That's all I have.
While this is happening,
22 deception.
22 deception.
22 deception.
He believes you, and he says, you may pay less if less leave alive.
How far is he away?
From you, about 10 feet.
I'm
gonna look back at
put my
Busto.
hand right next to Cal and be like, don't.
You don't know I'm doing anything.
I know, but after you said that, I'm gonna assume you're gonna get ready to fight.
That's true. I'm gonna look back at Busto, give him a little bit of a wink, and like, you want to do this?
while I'm kind of looking at you, I'd like to cast Mold Earth
Mm-hmm.
into. We've already created a firewall.
Mm-hmm.
I want to extend that firewall
Around the caravan.
around the caravan as we're talking to prevent arrows.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
What is this spell you're using, by the
Mold
way?
Earth.
Mold Earth.
It is a cantrip. Which
How high can you make a big wall around you?
I can.
It's
make,
6 cubic feet, right?
Yeah.
total?
5 cubic feet total. For 6
5
seconds.
cubic feet.
For
For
6
6 seconds.
In 6 seconds.
Okay.
So I can technically excavate as much as I want.
Okay.
How close is he to me?
About 5 feet.
I'm gonna
Also-
do the riskiest move of the night.
Also, can I
Interesting.
do one last thing right before that happens? I want to clarify with the Mold Earth. While that's happening, I'm taking the hole in front of the wall and then putting it on top. So I'm creating a wall, and then it's also creating a ditch.
Okay.
Just to clarify.
How far around you?
Range is 5 feet, so I'm just kind of walking around.
Okay.
As
no,
like
I mean,
a-
like, how big of a circle?
like 20 feet maybe.
Okay.
As what do you want to do?
I'm just
I'm
looking at
about
Busto and trying to get his clarification on if we want to fight or not.
Okay, yeah, sorry. As I'm kind of talking to him, I hope everybody's ready. As I'm kind of talking to him, I'm just gonna take the smallest step forward, take out my dagger, and just try to put it up to his throat, and have him as though he's a hostage.
Sure.
What do you want me to roll? Because there's a lot of things I could roll.
That's a grapple. I think.
Yeah, that would be a grapple.
Strength.
You can make a strength contest with me.
Also, to just say one thing, Trevor.
I was hoping it'd be
Just to
Dex.
clarify. The
Which still
wand.
isn't the best. But
I'm casting through
Your DC
the
is
wand.
15. You're what?
I'm casting through the wand, but I'm basically putting it like
What
this, so it looks like I'm casting
It's on
from my
18?
staff.
Okay.
and it went like that, and it went to 4. I did not get it because my dice are just assholes.
I'm
I just
going.
want to say one thing. Watch this. Natural 20.
Oh, 9. Huh, that was
I'm
pretty good.
gonna right as she's doing that, I'm just gonna push her out of the way and then just fucking throw my trident right into this guy's chest.
Yeah, okay. So a couple notes. We'll get to you
Yeah.
in a
Wait,
second.
wait.
I was
I don't
prepared.
think it should be strength. Yours should be strength. I think mine should be dex. 'Cause I'm trying to get around
You're
it.
trying to grab.
I know. I'm trying to go around him.
Well, you
and
still
get my
keep the same roll.
throat.
Yeah.
At least it would have been a 6 instead of a 3.
Okay. Well, for one, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
For 2, upon attempting to grapple him,
15.
you do receive a couple arrows as little presents, Valia. Or
That's good.
What's your AC? 15.
No.
well, I haven't rolled the hit yet. I'm just getting damage out of the
Yeah, I know, but like he's still so tanky for a sword. Let's see it.
Okay.
Are you
What is
wearing-
your AC?
Oh, draconic resistance.
What?
What's
my
your
AC
AC?
is 15. How many arrows?
Draconic resilience. Okay. Fuck draconic resilience. I did not realize it was that good.
We are seeing 3 and a 4th that hits the ground.
Where'd they come from?
A little bit left of you. Around.
Can
Can
I
I see
use?
like
Can
the
I use my
direction so I
reaction?
can know where they're coming
Okay,
from?
I gotta roll damage.
Wait, Trevor. Can I do something? Can I use my reaction to impose disadvantage on all those rolls?
No, 'cause it's an opportunity.
Don't they have to be close? And also, this is
No,
this
it's
is
just
definitely a
any
surprise
attack.
round,
Okay.
Yeah.
so you don't get a reaction. You do take 16 points of piercing damage.
16.
16.
Thank God you didn't say 60. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Can I have everyone roll initiative, by the way?
Yeah.
18.
8.
15.
What'd you get, Busto?
19.
Can I tell where the arrows came from? Like,
It's
where
like
in
a
the-
lot of places.
Yeah,
Can I
my,
just tell
mine
one
is
or
15.
two? I can do
Um,
something that will help us.
You can roll perception if you'd like.
So did Val move up?
11.
Yeah. 11. It's hard to tell, especially
Can I
in the rain.
even one?
You could wait until they fire again and try and locate them again. You can, if you'd want to do that, it would be, there's an action called search. You can use that as your action on your turn.
Okay. Okay. Real quick, cantrips. What are they counted as?
What?
Like, if you cast a cantrip in action, like, is that an action?
It doesn't. It
doesn't-
depends on the cantrip. It says it,
Oh, does it? Oh, my bad.
and the level of spell doesn't matter. It's
I know cantrips are 0. So just-
well, no, the level of spell doesn't mean if it's an action or a bonus action or anything. It says
Fuck, it is
action.
one bonus action. You only get one action.
So would both of ours be surprise rounds? Though? Does it just cancel out the entire round? Because I was going to attack that guy before she stepped in. Like I was
I'll
gonna
let
do
you
that.
get your attack on him. I'll
Okay.
say out of the initiative order. You can go ahead and make your attack for that.
Natural one.
Natural one.
You fucking stabbed me!
You threw it at him, right?
Threw it right.
I'm in
right
between
at him.
them.
But
What
I
the
pushed.
Yeah,
I
so
pushed
I'll
you
say
out of the
with
way.
the natural one,
Fuck.
you whip it towards him, and it just sails right over his head and just gunk into the river, where it settles to the bottom.
I'm fine with that.
I can't think right now.
Alright.
You get one action a turn, right?
One action of
Oh,
bonus action.
Jesus
and
Christ.
move.
I can't
Yes.
think right now. Okay.
All right, Busto, you're up first.
All right, being a spellcaster.
Um,
sorry.
So, I'm going to.
Everyone. Okay.
I
look,
can't think!
On your turn, you have an action, a bonus action, a movement. All right. Those are the 3 basics.
This is like D&D 101.
Yeah.
Dude, I know this shit.
Do you?
I used to. I don't remember now.
We haven't been
Alright.
in combat for a while. I will
I'm
say that.
Weeks.
I'm
And this is his
confused
first time
because-
playing a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Too.
I want to just
Doesn't
search.
forgive him for forgetting whether
Action.
or not you have an action.
Okay. I would like to
Why don't
cast
you roll something over a 5? Cody?
haste.
Haste.
Ooh.
On who?
He ain't hear it.
I know he didn't. I don't need it.
Yes, excellent.
Thank you.
No problem. And whilst I do that, as a bonus action, I would like to cast Spirit.
Cast what?
Healing Spirit.
Is it a bonus action to cast?
Healing spirit. I don't know. Does it say it?
Actually, I don't think it is. So I think that's my fault. No, I think. Who's been hit? You've been hit, right? I can cast Healing Word. I know that.
Okay.
So I will cast Healing Word, which is a D4 plus 5.
Also, to note in the future, healing spirit is concentration.
Okay.
I gained
didn't
4.
know that. So 9 total.
9 total. All right.
Oh, I gained 9.
Yeah. So, in response to this volley of arrows, Busto steps forward and he puts a hand on each of you, and Cal, you feel this energy coursing through you, and Valley, you feel this sort of rejuvenation in response to these arrows that have stuck you through. With that, it would be the kobolds' turns. So, because I have quite a few of
The
them,
kobolds rolled that high?
yeah, they rolled pretty damn high, dude.
Fuck.
I rolled really low.
I'm gonna roll a bunch at once. I'm gonna do movement first. Because it's difficult to read this without.
Where's the Earth?
It's all around, so I would say that counts as difficult terrain.
Alright.
But they are all within 15 feet, so it would be in the realm of possibility.
They have to scale 10 feet, just remember that.
No, it's 10 feet up.
Well, wall. So you excavate 5 feet, and then you put it on top.
I'd say that
makes
counts
10
as
feet long.
difficult terrain.
Okay.
It's still half movement speed. Because they have 30 feet of movement, so...
Okay.
They can get over it.
It
Yeah.
accomplishes the same thing.
So... I got a lot of these hanging around. So I'm gonna roll a bunch rapid fire here. Starting with you, Valia. So these two kobolds charge forward, and the one that you attempted to grapple, as well as a reinforcement from the dark, both swing a short and go like shoulder and then like half, and you take 5.
Who is it?
Valia.
What was the hit?
It was a 16 and a 20.
I'm gonna use
Fucking
my reaction to impose disadvantage on one of them.
Okay.
Everyone has one.
Okay, yeah, so one of them misses. So one of them slices through and you take, I'll just re-roll. You take 7 points of slashing damage, and the other swings a sword in, and Cal just like kicks the sword, like, and just knocks it to the side. Cal, miss. Okay, you get 1 hit. You take 4 points of slashing damage as another 2 come out. And they swing, and I'd say like one of them kind of gets in the way of the other.
Okay.
And so only one actually connects, but because, and he sort of manages to get past your guard because of the first being so distracted. Busto, you've got a whole menagerie up your ass. That's a nat 1. All right. Jesus. Busto made out pretty well. So 2 of them, I'd say one of them goes forward and. Yeah, fuck it. I'll say 2 of them swing in, and you do take 13 points of piercing damage, and then another one comes in and just like whiffs it by your arm, and then a third comes in, and sort of the guy who whiffs goes off balance, and then the one going in for a stabbing attack just like plants him through the chest. Fucking damn. Okay. Well, that's one down.
Max damage. Wow.
Did they kill each other?
One of them killed one of the other one. And yeah, no, so he just like runs this other guy through and then just goes, Jeffrey!
How dark is it around?
It's very dark.
Would you like me to roll concentration?
I'm so
Yeah,
excited
you
for
do
my
need to roll concentration.
What's
What I roll for you? 12?
Sorry?
I don't remember. How much damage did you take?
13.
13, so your DC is 13.
Are there still some hidden?
Plus what?
Come on, Arthur.
Wait, which spell are you doing that's concentration?
Is it haste concentration?
Is it? Oh,
No, just healing spirit.
I don't think you've cast anything that's
Oh.
concentration. Oh, no, yeah, no. Haste is concentration.
Haste is
Alright, sorry.
concentration?
Yeah,
Fuck.
apparently.
Dude.
Well, it stays on you.
No, it doesn't.
15? Or
Yeah.
well, 13 plus what?
Oh,
You're good.
What do I add it? What do I add to it? Spell attack?
con.
It's a constitution.
Okay, it is con.
Oh, thank you,
So 17 total.
You beautiful bastard.
Alright, Cal, it is your turn.
I'm going to the one that's standing in between or on the other side of Val. Can I push Val out of the way and move past her?
Pushing is an action.
Move!
Go around.
I'm gonna go around.
It's literally 3 feet to go around.
Actually, there's one to her
Which way are
left.
you going?
Here, there's just one to her left. I'll just go to that one.
That's going to provoke opportunity attacks.
It is?
Yeah, these ones are kind of poorly positioned, but these are really good. Yeah, because you're moving away.
There's one on me.
There's 2 of them.
Is Wolfie gonna attack?
All right, I'm gonna
Dude,
use.
your target, your speed is double.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm gonna use my action to. It is my
Disengage.
action, right? No, to take my trident and swoop it around and hit one of them in the back.
Sure, go ahead and roll the hit.
How much? Do we know how many are still hidden?
17 plus something.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's normal damage, right? Here, let me.
Or do
make
we
sure.
know if any?
If
are
any
still
what?
hidden? Kobold?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, so it's
do it.
summoning. If the trident climb, make a range on a hit. Trident deals damage as normal. Okay. Okay, so on hit. So that's 1d6. Would it be 1d8 or 1d6 plus 3?
I don't know. Which one? It's
1d
you have- I don't
1d8
have
is
your sheet.
versatile, so that means if I don't have a shield, if I'm
Whichever
holding
one's
it with
the
2
throne,
hands.
Whichever is the throne thing for tridents. I don't. I think it would be d6.
Yeah,
It
is
should be a
it?
ranged attack anyway.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's 7 points of fire damage into its back.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it
Th-
die?
That's another one. You pull your trident and you just hear this like this far off just in the night, and then the trident just and just like right into the side of its neck.
And as it comes up and slams to this one, I'm taking out my dagger and I'm just gonna plant it into the side of the head of the one right next to it.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Natural 20.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll. Damage. That is.
Two times 2 plus 2, 4. 8 points of piercing damage.
Was that after doubling?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Does that kill it too?
Yeah, it does kill it. Kobolds are fucking weak, dude. So after this trident arrives, I'd say you grab it and you like pull him as leverage and just slam your dagger into the other one, which kind of goes down in a gout of blood. Is that your turn?
So that was my 2 attacks that I get. And now I'm gonna use my movement.
I think in the future we did say bring your trident to you and attack you. That's your whole action.
No, it's not. It just it says it's an attack. I have a haste.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I mean.
I forgot you had haste.
I'm gonna use my movement to run over to one of the ones on Arthur, on Busto.
Yep.
Because he's getting rid of my haste. Here, which one? The one. I'll move over to the one that's closest to me. And then I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna use my War Priest to use weapon attack as a bonus action, and I'm gonna take my trident and just jam it into its chest.
Okay.
Natural 1. Fuck. All right, yeah, that was a nat 1.
Okay. So you're trying to jam your trident?
Yeah.
All right. Can you roll the confirm for me real quick? Just like above. or
Natural
below.
20.
Natural 20. Yeah. Okay. So, so you fail spectacularly. I'd say you just like you turn and just like.
Does that mean
stab?
I can roll again?
No. It means you stab and then like pause. And the kobold was like over there,
Okay.
but you caused no other.
I slipped
damage.
on the mud and went too far.
No, I love that. You swing, you come to like a dramatic stop and plant your feet and like go like this, but just keep sliding.
Yeah.
And it just totally misses. All right.
I can keep going.
Valia.
No, I can keep going.
For what? With what?
I'm gonna use my action surge to
Okay.
turn around and just fucking stab it again. Okay, 9 plus, here, let's see. Plus 15 to hit.
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. What is a tie again? I always forget.
That hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meter beat.
5 plus, that's 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay, now my turn is finished.
Okay. 2 things.
Yep.
1, us being it's super dark, right? So if it's not giving us any disadvantage on anything.
Not presently. No.
Okay.
If you were doing ranged attacks, it might, but
So if they're shooting at us, it would be disadvantage for them. Probably.
you would think that, yes.
Okay. 2, question about spellcasting because I still don't know what I'm doing. Components. What does B and S mean under components?
Verbal and somatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if it says something like, I don't know, a pinch of dust, I would need a pinch of dust.
We don't use
We
that.
mostly don't worry about it. If it's something big, some spells require really big things, we do worry about it, but for
Yeah.
Give me an
little ones,
example
we-
of a really big thing.
Like a wish.
Yeah, wish spells
Like-
require certain
Ah,
things.
okay. So like a drop of water would
Just don't worry about it.
It's raining.
I think you got the drop of water thing covered.
Well, I was just using that.
Where do I find water?
That's what I can.
Yeah. Spells.
Does anybody buy them kind of like not anybody near them that I can see?
No.
Nobody's really around anybody?
No, you got 2 in front of you, and you're
Well, like, Is there any guys like kobolds that aren't right next to me, him, or him?
No.
They're all around us.
Yes.
Fuck. We wanted to use that. Well, I'm just gonna attack him with my fucking.
Dude, just wait till I get fucking extra attack.
Here, then I'll do this. Then
That's like crazy.
yeah, why not? I'm gonna go for. I can't really see. I want to go for somebody who isn't being blocked by one of these guys that I can just hit. from
There's
behind.
two
In front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for one of those. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So that's a hit. That's a hit. So you just roll a d20, and then you add
21.
To hit? Yeah, that hits.
Welcome to the magic side.
Thank you.
It's fun.
It's very
It's real
fun.
I do like. I found that I very much
Okay.
enjoy slashing things though.
You take
Fighter might be
2d8
my
cold
favorite.
damage, which I have
You
to
roll
take.
that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of things over here, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet until
Okay.
the start of your next turn.
He's gonna die.
Yes.
Unless I keep rolling with stuff like that.
What was that?
A 1,
One,
and an
8,
9.
9.
9 points. Okay. Yeah.
Of cold.
Don't
Saved
bet.
it. Saved it at the end there.
He is
Not
pushed
gonna lie,
back.
they had me at the first half.
Was it the one that was talking originally?
Sure, it was
Yeah.
the bastard.
Yeah.
I just shoot him, like, right out of my hand, a ray of frost at him.
Yeah, it just hits him in the chest, and he like pushes backwards and like drops to a knee, but is still alive.
It's like a football player.
He's very hurt.
He's still alive?
He is still alive.
Fuck, that was a cantrip, so I can't even
What?
use my bonus
What,
action
Busto?
thing.
My turn.
What was it? An action?
Yeah.
Not quite.
You might be able
I
to.
think.
His turn's not finished yet. I don't think.
So click bonus action. That'll show you what you can do.
What you can do. That's a bonus action.
So
We can move.
following, so Valia throws out a hand and casts that blue beam. And you guys kind of look back for a second, and then a second volley of arrows strikes
Fuck,
you.
I knew I should have done that thing.
It-
Fucking bitch, fucking
It is
ass,
2
fuck.
arrows apiece, and
Sorry.
so you take 8 points of piercing damage. You take 16.
They
and-
hit us?
Yep.
I take 16?
Yeah.
He takes 8?
Only one of his hit him.
I've already been hit!
I know. And Busto, you take 21.
Fucking right he does! Jesus Christ, I've gone 30 points down.
Natural 20.
Oh, to
you.
succeed? Yeah. Yeah, so
Constitution
you're
check.
fine on that. Alright, yeah, no, Busto, it is back around to your turn now.
Bullshit game.
So the guy that's down,
Yeah.
I'm actually. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. So they're coming. The arrows are coming from everywhere, right?
Yep.
All right.
They actually seem to be coming from above.
Really?
They're flying.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting hypothesis.
Kobolds can fly. They have wings. Some of them.
That's,
I'm on you, Trevor.
That's pretty
See
interesting.
straight through. Maybe it's because you said that they're coming from above and kobolds have wings, but I think I'm just really good at reading.
It's a great hypothesis.
Yeah. Hypothesis.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
I would like to cast
Got him
a new
Oh,
spell,
simply.
a cool spell.
there. Shut your face.
I'd like to cast Wind Wall.
Interesting.
A wall of strong green rises from the ground at a point you choose within range. You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. So I'm going to make an entire wall, basically a dome of air above us, which will impose each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. The creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. It keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay, and small or smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall, including arrows.
Alright. How big is it? How much around you is it?
50 feet. So 50
Holy
feet.
fuck!
I can make it 50 feet. 50 feet. Hold on, let me pull it up. What? 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and a foot thick. But it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Where do you place it?
Above us in a dome.
Okay. Can you do that?
It doesn't specifically say I can't. So
So yes,
Sure.
that's.
I'll say, yeah. 50 feet wide. I think it's a plane, so you can put it above you as a plane, I'd say.
Okay.
I don't know if you can curve it necessarily.
All right.
At least not in this sense. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Nice decision making.
All right.
Yeah. So Busto throws up a hand, and you see the already like turbulent wind above you just gets kicked up into high gear and starts just whipping the rainfall around above your heads. Is that your turn, Busto?
Yes, and
It's gone.
yep. Finish
Concentration.
Wind walls concentration.
Some people just can't keep up with them.
And then, actually, I'm sorry. Like, I would just like to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
The last 3 kobolds. The last.
4.
No, Cal is just so cool. He can take out all of them.
Cal's so cool.
Shut up.
So sweet.
You're.
All right.
Shut up.
So, it is the kobold's turn again, and Busto, the 2 in front of you take those short swords, and over the death of their fallen brother, one by their hand and one by Cal's, they both take a short sword and just plunge it into your leg, and you take 16 points.
I'm
of
gonna
piercing.
Take that leg.
I'm gonna impose disadvantage on the roll with my
16.
reaction.
Why do you do this after my? Okay.
I didn't know you were attacking. You didn't say
Well,
it.
it's because I have to roll so many things. Okay, so it's disadvantage, and they have advantage, so it's just regular. 7, 8, 9 points. 9 does not hit. So you take 8 points. Of
Thank
piercing
God, because I would have failed the concentration check either, because I got a 15.
It's a 10. It's a 10. 10 is as low as a concentration DC can go, but you're still good.
Sorry, I rolled 16. So fine. So just 8.
How many left that we can see?
Trevor,
Um,
if I'm next to someone and they attack him, just tell me, because then I
Okay.
won't make you do that.
But that guy that told us what's going on, he's still alive.
Yep.
He has
Barely.
more. He has more armor than everyone.
No.
He seems to be an equal.
Yeah.
Well, there goes our
Weird.
bargaining chip.
And Valia, the one still standing also makes a short sword attack, dealing 5 points of piercing damage.
And no one touches me.
Yeah.
The last kobold,
Shit.
kneeling on the ground, he sort of reaches over towards a belt and he pulls out
He's Batman.
this horn, which he then blows on,
Oh my God! He blew on a horn.
which echoes. But doesn't seem to have an effect because it is your turn, Cal.
Dude, the storm giant.
That would be so terrible. Okay.
Oh shit! Uh oh.
Yes.
This is very much so DM discretion.
What is it?
Which means no. When you ask.
Like this is
No,
this is
incorrect.
such
Just
a
say it. Just say
this
it.
is such a loose.
Just spit it out.
Okay. Okay. Can I try to counterspell his vocal cords?
No. It's not magical vocal cords.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna hear him, and I'm
Wait,
just gonna turn
can
around
I
and fucking
counterspell his-
firebolt him.
No. Yes. You can counterspell.
Yes!
Vocal. You know what it's called when you counterspell a vocal cord?
Slicing the
It's when you
throat.
stab him in the throat.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, except with
he-
fire.
Though I do see your logic, magical creature, magical vocal cords. You cannot counterspell. He's not casting a spell.
Well,
He can't,
my
I can.
my okay, my
can't,
my
I
defense.
can't.
My interpretation was you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
He's not casting.
If
a
the
spell.
creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails. And
Wait, that.
So
It's not a
Go ahead.
spell. It's not a spell.
Yeah.
I know. It's,
Yeah, no,
but
I understand.
You can have a reaction to it, right?
No.
yeah, that doesn't
No.
matter.
All right, I'm gonna shoot fireball at him.
That's a bit of an over
I mean
exaggeration.
firebolt, not fireball.
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
So that's a DC. That's a DC, right?
Nope, it's mine. It's an
I
attack.
Oh,
wanted
it's
to-
a range
I
attack.
wanted
Spell
to freeze the horn.
Fuck.
On your turn, you can do that.
I wanted to do it as a reaction. It's too
No,
late
you
now,
can't.
Trevor.
You guys can't just do things.
Yeah, that misses. That was an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So in response to this horn, but Cal spins around and just this bolt of fire flies over the kobold's head, briefly illuminating him. In the
Does it
night.
scare him a little bit?
What?
Into giving the wrong
Maybe.
tune.
Well, he has advantage on rolls against being frightened, so maybe like a little.
It's the one on the
Okay.
ground.
Uh,
I
always
hit-
forget- I always forget kobolds have that for some reason.
They don't.
I thought it was a natural, eventually thing.
They have pack tactics.
Okay.
So these things are just like big goblins.
They're better goblins.
Yeah, they're just.
I'm
goblins
gonna
on
use
steroids.
commanding strike when I miss that to let Val attack using your reaction.
Oh, don't do that. No, don't do that. When I go to reaction, I don't know if I actually can do it.
I mean,
I can
you're
just
telling me not to
use
do it.
that, right?
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be an action. I can cast Hellish Rebuke.
As a
You have to
can
be
do it on the
hit.
one that hit you.
Yeah.
You can do it on the one that hit you.
No, it has to be right after they hit you. I think.
No, I just looked
Does
at
it?
It's a
actions on reactions. I can use Hellish Rebuke or counter spell.
Well, you can
Yeah,
use
but
hellish.
it's-
They have to hit you, and then that's a reaction immediately after.
Yeah.
So if I
Then
just
I
let
have
you
an
do this-
opportunity attack.
No,
No.
nothing moved.
That's all I do for reaction.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you do this. I'm gonna use Commander Strike to let you have an attack
Alright.
action using your reaction.
I'm gonna go for the guy that's spawned into the horn.
Sure.
Means I can use anything, right?
It's an attack
You
action.
just get to make a single attack.
So yes,
But I can use a spell.
you can cast a spell.
Alright, that's all I need.
Yep.
I'm gonna use. Should I do that? Yeah, I think I should do that.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at 2nd level. Which
Okay.
means
Interesting.
I create a
Interesting choice.
shard of ice and fling it at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of not gonna aim right for him. I'm kind of aim, in case I do miss, for the ground right next to him.
You don't roll.
I don't roll.
It's a deck 16 save.
Yeah, you have to make a dex 16.
Trevor rolls. That face is Trevor rolls.
No, this is a good face. 21.
Fuck.
Okay.
So
Hold on,
Douglas
listen.
misses.
Where does it the knife end up? I was aiming for the ground right next to him. Where does it end up?
In the ground.
How
It's a
far
few
from him?
feet.
I'd just say off of your main target, maybe like stuck in a tree. Like, there's a tree right
How
behind
far?
it.
How
Let's
far?
say it's
How far away from him? That's
about
my
10 feet.
Fuck. Really?
He was shooting for the ground.
I was
He was shooting for the
right
ground
next to him.
right next to him.
Can you,
Within 5 feet.
is that part of the spell that you can
Yes.
just aim for the
Oh,
ground?
well, it's a part of I'm throwing something, so it's part of a range.
It's a
yeah, but
called
he
attack.
succeeded on his dex save.
Yeah,
That does,
So
so
no.
that doesn't matter about this part. Matters if it hit him. Doesn't matter if
Were
it...
you trying to hit him, or were
Okay,
you trying
well,
to
I
stab
I'm
him?
think-
trying to go
I
right
don't know how
next
this
to
spell
okay,
works,
okay.
guys.
Well,
I know,
don't either.
that's why I'm just saying,
I'll
where did
explain.
it end up?
Basically, you roll a deck save against actually getting hit,
If it,
but even if it misses,
Okay,
It
well then yeah,
explodes.
then
it
it would do that.
explodes
Yeah.
and anything
but
in
with
5
how
feet.
far was it? Within 5 feet?
Maybe 5 feet.
Okay.
I didn't understand if you were supposed to be rolling or I was. Or
No,
I'm confused.
I don't know.
it's just
Read your spells, kids.
I still have stuff to do on my turn. This is
Make
technically
another dex saving throw.
for both of them,
For anybody within 5 feet of the
That's a good
range.
point. I rolled an 8.
including you.
I'm
And
further than 5 feet.
No, you're right next to it.
If it went right next to him, it landed within 5 feet, so I would assume it's
you are
5 feet
also
behind
within 5 feet.
No,
him.
you're
Alright, I'll roll the dex save.
If it's within 5 feet of both of them.
I succeed. I got a 16. Which
I
is-
rolled a 19 and an 8 for the downed one.
So one of them takes 2d cold damage.
He's dead. He's
2d.
dead.
Oh wait, no, that's
Yeah.
not right.
And what was the and the other one
2 to
is
6. What was that?
7 cold damage for the one that did not succeed.
Alright.
Hey, the leader
My
guy.
first
What did
time
you
using
do?
magic,
And you succeed.
guys.
Yeah, so Valia, I'd say Cal turns and shouts something towards Valia, who just like swings a hand through the air and freezes these raindrops out of the air, and then just whips this icicle, which collides with the ground and sends out this just shattering of ice spikes, which just decimate the already downed kobold.
After
And that was
shouting.
the one on the horn.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know if I can do this. Hold on.
That's the bitch I tried to kill him first.
Nope. Okay, never mind. I can't. Your turn.
Oh wait. It's my turn, right? He just went, so it's me. That was
Yeah,
still his turn.
he's rolling in between. There's other stuff.
Is that
going
the
on.
end of your turn, Cal?
Can I do one last thing?
Sure.
Just turn around and the goblin next to Busta, like, make him want to hit me. Kobold. I just want him to hit me. I want to try to just distract him from Busta.
Okay, yeah, no, you can focus. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
That was terrible. 8.
Unless he tried to get him away from me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll roll, but... Well, that was a 7.
Yeah!
So, yeah, no, I mean, he's focused. But... Unfortunately, so are you. And because of that,
What are you
you're
doing,
not
Fred?
really looking at Busto.
What are you doing?
When... I say Busto, you probably noticed this right away. Cal, with his attention focused on this kobold in front of him, does not see when lightning strikes and a tall reptilian figure is briefly illuminated, standing between the trees a few feet away from him. And you see him. You see him charge out of the forest, a sword longer than the kobolds are tall, in one hand, and then just in one strike, he swings it and catches Cal directly in the chest, throwing him back into this tree. And Cal, you take... Crap, I need my dice. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And so Cal kind of now just hits the tree and has time to look up as a fist comes around towards his head. And can you make a dex save for me?
Natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah. So you just drop down out of the way, and his
Just hit the
fist...
tree.
Yeah, no, his fist just cleaves through the tree and just like takes out a whole chunk of the bark there, and then the tree just sort of like, just like just this massive crack goes through the trunk above you.
Does it fall over?
It looks like it's close to it, but
Okay.
it doesn't quite fall over.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I have a really good idea.
Yep, me too.
Not for him. I have a good idea for the guy shooting us.
Oh,
It is now your turn.
We already have a wind wall.
It is your turn now, Valia.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, the wall...
It's above you.
Right. The wall. We were surrounded, right? It wasn't just coming from that one area? Is that no meaning we were surrounded or no meaning?
It was the arrows were coming from all
Okay,
directions.
so the wall's behind me, you said, right?
It's
Yeah,
in the sky
It's above you. There's just a plane over top your head.
Oh,
of heavy wind.
but they can't.
They can't shoot through it.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was like a wall. Like
No,
this.
no, no.
Oh, so we are.
So did I,
We
but
can't.
apparently not.
We can't get hit by arrows then, right?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Okay. And I'm not gonna do that right now.
That's why I was trying to protect him from concentration checks.
Yeah. Well, if that goes away, I have an idea for my turn.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Would that have counted as him missing me?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Can I use one of my superiority die to make an attack on him? Using,
Can you? I don't
yep.
know.
Using
Sure, then
riposte.
yes.
When a creature misses you with a melee attack, right? That's what I was...
Absolutely.
Okay. Reaction to expend one and make a melee weapon attack against it. So I'm using my trident. 19 plus 7.
To hit?
Yep. Plus 6, sorry.
So what was the total? Yeah, that hits.
25.
19 plus, yeah. I didn't hear. I thought you said 9 plus 7.
And that is 1d6, so 4 plus 3. So that's 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So as this fist goes over your head, you said trident, right?
Yep.
Cal just like stabs into his outstretched arm. But it's your turn, Valia.
Okay. You said there was a new guy that's
Yeah.
kind of bigger than the rest.
Much bigger.
How close is he?
It's like 5, only like 10 feet behind you.
Okay.
Maybe a bit
How
less.
close is? Who's the closest person to him?
Me.
How close is he?
Like a
A
foot.
foot, yeah. Do it.
Can I ask him how? It might hurt you.
I'm fine. Do it. Depends on how much damage it is.
No more than 18. Probably less. Okay. Actually, make that 20 something. Not much.
Still.
Okay. I'm going to cast. I love the name of this. Snillix Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
Basically, within a 5-foot radius, I'm gonna try to go for the big guy. I'm gonna go with have him be on the edge so it doesn't get Busto, but it will still get Cal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A flurry of magic snowballs erupts from a point you choose. Each creature within 5-foot radius sphere centered at that point must make a dex saving throw of 16.
20. Natural.
12.
Okay, you fail, you succeed. I did it as a 3rd level. You take 4d6, which I have. To
I've
roll.
gotten like
Fucking-
5 natural 20s today.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
gotten none.
Hey, you're gonna take the
Ever.
same for the first two.
It's natural 20 though.
That's a good point.
It's natural 20.
Not-
On a failed,
Just
he,
have it.
Half
Again.
the half.
Yeah.
on the failed he takes half. So
Just
he takes half
roll
the
full damage and just divide yours by 4.
Oh my god. Doing a thing.
12 cold damage.
So you take 3.
Cold damage. That's
One
all.
snowball hits me in the leg. Ow.
Yeah, this just flurry of snowballs. Actually, you know what would be interesting? I'd say you just like chill the air in a certain part so it just starts like snowing, but they just come down as snowballs.
The two ways I thought of it, it's either snowing snowballs or it's like you're caught in the middle of the biggest snowball
I like
fight
that
in the
too.
world.
Well, I was thinking,
It's like
you know
coming
from
this way,
Elf,
this way,
you
this
know
way.
Elf when he gets the snowballs, he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's like the biggest snowball fight in the world, and you're caught dead in the center. They're coming from all angles.
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah,
which
no,
one.
so it just bludgeons him from all sides. And he turns, this
Like a
like sword just dragging
Fire
in the dirt,
damage, cold
and
damage.
turns to face you. But before
Bitch,
that, it
fucking
is
fight.
your turn, Busto.
These guys are gonna throw hands.
So, the big motherfucker,
Yeah, that guy. I know him.
please make a Dex 16 save.
How does he look?
3.
Oh, how
So
does
he
look?
takes 86 points of damage.
How?
Holy
You need to.
fuck,
I need you
saw
to
him doing
run through your.
tallies, and holy
I
shit.
cast Disintegrate.
Excellent.
Yeet.
Yeah. So Busto.
We don't need Nick.
How much damage was that exactly?
86 points of damage.
Holy, I see. I'm like, are you
Fucking
doing?
G- okay. Wow.
I,
Fucking
no. Okay, I wanted to show you my rolls. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 1, 3.
I
rolled
thought
insanely well.
I thought he was doing pixies again.
No.
Yeah, I Yeah. So
Not
I'd say
pixies.
seeing Cal getting just like pummeled. Well,
No,
somewhat,
he dodged really well.
in
But
in
still.
the corner there, Busto whips around, and I'd say for this Busto, you're probably gonna need the wand out for real.
That's fair.
And
That's
he
fair.
just whips out this wand to point to face you, and this jagged beam of green energy, just thin, just strikes, and you just see it go straight through the Dragonborn in front of you, and he just like shudders and falls to the side in just a pile of dust.
My question: Would
Um,
that
I'm
be
gonna-
would
I'm
that be
gonna-
enough to make the others stop?
Intimidation.
That would
Maybe.
intimidation. Like
yeah,
holy shit.
and Busto, on your end though, the serpent just like has you can feel you're so it's adrenaline, but you can just feel it just chewing into your arm.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you just hear a voice just go, "Yes."
just
And
bad.
the Dragonborn is
Roll intimidation.
dead
I'm gonna-
ass.
I'm gonna back him up
with
with-
advantage.
I'm gonna back
or
him up.
just regular because they
I'm
already have.
gonna
the
back him up
advantage.
though. I'm gonna back him up and be like, if you want to keep fighting us, there'll be more where that came from.
16. Want me to reroll?
Come on.
With advantage?
I'll say they stop.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, what she said. I'm gonna kick the ass.
Roll advantage.
Oh no, I'll say they stop attacking.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And they sort of they don't like run away, but they take a step back and looking at their fallen comrade.
I'm gonna walk up to the one next to Busto.
fighter. This is gonna be so much fun.
He's literally not even a body. He's just dust.
Gone.
I'm gonna
Was he
walk up to
magic?
Busto, and the one that's next to him,
Yeah.
the kobold that's standing next to him, I'm just gonna grab him by the neck,
By the scruff of the neck.
and I'm gonna look at him. Go off and tell all your little kobold friends and all your little fiends and all your, your community of scavengers that they shouldn't mess with the cold. And I'm just gonna push
No, wait,
him
don't
off.
don't push him yet. Hold him.
You just like flip him like.
But and before you do that, I think you should pay a toll for us.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll intimidation, Val.
I'm gonna put my hand out and just have some flames
I
in my
have
hand.
really good-
No, I'm gonna put my hand out like where I want the gold and just have flames in my hand. Will that add
Can
to
that
it?
give me advantage?
You roll 2. Take the highest.
That's
I
cocked.
was caught.
Okay, that's 12.
He got 2 more than I did. I got a 5 plus 5.
Can I do one? raw magic energy kind of
Yeah,
comes
just-
and launch.
I'll say this is, you know what,
We're just trying to do as much.
this is sufficient. I'd say the ones you're not holding just book it, like into the woods away from you, and the one you're holding is like scrambling, trying to get away. Just,
Hey.
and it's just like
I'm gonna take out my dagger and put it
He's
in
like-
the same too.
so he just starts like emptying his pockets, and it's like a couple silver pieces and like a dagger. And he says, "Take what you want."
Now-
Wait, Cal,
What?
how close are we to Deorumn?
A day.
Day's travel.
A day's travel? I feel like the king may want to...
Emperor.
Emperor. Sorry, I'm still learning.
Yeah, yeah.
The Emperor may want to question this one unless he can offer us some information first.
No, trust me, the Emperor's not gonna want this. It's too low for him.
Didn't you say you were part of a group?
Clan clawback.
Clan Clawback.
He like tries to bang on his shield, but he's already thrown it on the ground, so he just sort of like.
And where does Clan
Could have forever.
Clan Clawback? You guys take gold from a lot of people, no?
He squirms. He's like, "We don't have any real territory."
Well, you must have some place to put the gold, or someone who has it.
He says, "Ah." He sort of points at the disintegrated dragonborn. He says, "He's just he just points."
I know you're scared and everything. We're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna do what we did to all your friends.
Fucking roll over this.
It's true. I'm not gonna hurt him.
Nat 20. Okay, yeah, no, he seems to calm down substantially.
Now repeat back to me what I want you to tell everyone.
Trevor forgot.
I tell all of his little kobold and goblin friends to not mess with the called.
Yeah, he just says, "Don't fuck with the called."
Sounds good to me, and I'm just gonna push him off into the
And
forest.
stay away from Deorumn. I'll call out while you're running.
And he just scampers off into the woods away from you.
Pest. Messing with my
I'm gonna
city.
cast guiding bolt past his head.
You just hear from the woods just a very muted ice knife. Just you want to bully this kobold a little more? You wanna go
I'm
take
gonna cast thaumaturgy and have my voice booming throughout the woods. Don't mess with the cold. It's just as he's
Can we
running.
double
It's even
thaumaturgy? Can we
fainter.
double
You
thaumaturgy
just-
to make it louder?
Yeah.
Say you hear it even fainter, just like the sound of someone tripping and falling, and just.
Throughout the woods, it's just,
Thaumaturgy,
let's get ready
of
to
footprints
rumble.
right behind him, like we're following him.
Behind you.
You want to go recapture him and beat him up a little more?
Okay, I think that's good for the night.
Okay. So,
Get bloodthirsty.
yeah,
Go fuck up some kobolds.
crazy.
Ah!
Yeah. So the dust settles. What you can recover here, like 12 silver pieces, if you really would like to mark that down.
I want
Sure.
it.
Okay, she can take it.
That
was fucking great.
That was a
That was a good fight.
great fight.
I mean, it was until it turned into ash. Good job, Arthur.
Oops.
Oops. When you accidentally disintegrate someone.
Where,
Busto's like,
where's all your gold? On him. Oh fuck.
That is the one problem with the spell disintegrate.
Way to go,
Everything's
Arthur.
Everything is dead.
Yeah.
except for very special things.
Out of curiosity, how much did he actually have anything on him?
Like some gold pieces, mostly.
You
He didn't have anything valuable. Yeah, I mean, it's all pretty much dust at this point. But
Well, duh.
True.
All right. So that was me taking first watch, right? Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna get some rest. I'm quite
I
tired.
think I can take watch.
You sure?
I'm in the mood for watch.
Sounds good.
Yeah, to clarify, except magic items.
I've never taken a watch.
He didn't have any magic items.
My rank was always high enough. I didn't have to do.
What did you just say? Ooh, spicy backstory stuff.
All right. Jesus, that was a good fight.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So you guys settle back in.
Even though I'm on watch, do I still take a long rest because I'm resting?
Everyone take. Yeah, you still take a
'Cause
long rest.
I'm resting. I'm not like
Yeah,
up and moving.
yeah, yeah.
You were sleeping the
Go,
first
you can go
half.
ahead and roll a perception check for me too.
13.
Another arrow strikes the road.
Oh,
Let's
fuck,
do
I
it
got
again.
13.
No.
Trevor's like, I don't want my god
Give me my
disintegrate.
fucking long
No,
rest first. They bullied me.
Good fighting. Good fighting.
Thanks.
Thank you.
He says,
I did it.
Oh,
angrily.
yeah, Busto.
You die in your sleep.
No, in other news,
Why does he keep doing that?
you're bleeding a little bit. You're bleeding a little bit.
How much
Um,
damage? Do you want me to take any damage at all?
4 points of
I've gotten,
I guess just piercing
I've gotten-
damage.
I've gotten like 6 natural 20s. I think I got a
Busto's
lot
got
of natural
7.
20s.
So, yeah, no, it's an uneventful night after that. The rain.
Are you not gonna ask me about what the fuck just happened?
Nope.
Alright.
Buster just fucking disintegrated someone. You just take it in stride. Buster does weird
Busto
shit.
comes up with some weird shit, so Cal's kind of like,
Pixies,
Okay.
man. Fucking pixies. It was
Yeah.
pixies the whole
Yeah.
time.
it was Pixies.
Facts.
The Pixies. Good band. Okay.
So it's an uneventful night, and your group packs in the morning. Again, your bags have been
You fucking
opened. It's not so much this time. I'd say you were kind of on high alert, and so it's not that they're like there's nothing scattered. It's just this time it doesn't seem like anything's been taken out. It's just like as you're getting ready to leave, you notice all of the like straps and latches have been undone on your bags.
All of the bags.
I'd say on 1 or 2 of them this time.
including the one they just bought.
Did I see Busto bleeding?
I mean, yeah, he's like. Yeah, he
Do I
had
see a
bandage.
snake on his forearm?
It would be 2 pin.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's just an open wound. It's like, it's not 2 pinpricks.
The bag that was open or bags was one of them the one they just bought.
The Haverset?
No.
No. Well, this hasn't started happening until you bought that bag. I don't know if it's related or not.
That's true. Have we gotten anything else since then?
Just the silver pieces from last night. That doesn't explain the night before.
You weren't attuned to it though. No, you were attuned to it, motherfucker. Yeah, it was once he started getting attuned to it.
But that was also the first night that we were traveling.
yeah.
So
So,
it could have been something
it-
else. That's the most likely cause right
but we don't know that.
now. You don't. There isn't anything
Busto.
alive in your bag, is
No,
there?
there's nothing. Buster, do you have any idea of what this could be?
Oh, I
Anything
guess-
new that we've gathered since?
I mean, we've gotten the one, but I don't know what could have caused it.
Did we, meaning me and Cal, know that he wasn't attuned to the wand?
Fuck you.
Like, did
Of
we
course I
hear
get
them?
3 on that one.
Did we hear him?
I
Talk,
don't
like,
know,
the
to be
church,
fair.
the people at the temple talking about how he can't really use it because he's not attuned, yada yada.
He wasn't attuned when you went to the church.
And we knew that.
Yeah, because
But now we know he's attuned.
But now we know. We just watched him. Use
That's
it.
true.
yeah,
So
Yep.
you can do a little more than that raindrop trick with that wand there.
I guess.
Busto, have you attuned to it?
What is?
You know what attuning is. They told you you had to attune
I'm
to
getting
it.
right here, dude. What is that here pretty soon?
I talk.
Have you talked to the wand,
Yes.
and it allows you to cast spells now?
I guess.
That's attuning.
That's attuning.
When did you do this?
On the ride.
Which ride? When?
Yesterday.
Before the first bags were opened? We said the exact same
We
thing.
did not say the exact same thing. We
Yes.
said parts of the same thing.
Yes.
Do you think
You-
the wand maybe doing this?
It's
It's a new magical.
just a
thing.
wand.
But you said you talked. To
Yeah.
the
Does it
wand.
have some sort of sentience at all?
Not all magic talk.
No, not all magic talk.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't
dance,
know about
magic,
magic,
dance.
but what about do all artifacts talk?
it's not an artifact. Sorry.
Do all items talk?
I'm gonna.
Because I've never spoken to my bag or my clothes, so
It's true.
it must be kind of rare.
Busto has schizophrenia confirmed.
Does,
But
Walls talk.
was I there, or did I know about your thing that you got, the professor?
I was literally. Yeah, you do know about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out Joshua,
Yeah.
Sure.
and I think I'm gonna start using him as like a log of knowledge for our group. I'm gonna take him out. Professor,
Yes, Cal.
I love that so much.
can you log something for me?
I'd always be happy to.
Insert blank date here. What I don't know what the
Just
date
say what it is, Cal.
is. Okay,
3,048
I'm not a book.
age, that's the year.
3048 in the 5th age. The called.
Is that the year it is?
Yes.
Summer.
Thank you.
Summer.
I'll keep that in mind.
The called imprinted themselves onto a gang of kobolds called the what?
The
Clan
the clan
clawback.
clawback.
Clan called Clan Clawback. So that means that we should have intimidated them just a little bit, so they should know who we are. So I just want to make logs whenever we
Do something.
put our fingers in
notes.
different pies, you know?
Sure.
That's okay. That is a completely normal saying.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's the American way of telling if something's hot.
Oh, I wonder if it's hot.
Oh, I was like, that's not what the saying is for. But okay.
I'll keep that in mind if you ever running through this area
And
again.
and
Perfect.
and attunement with the wand.
Oh yes,
What wand?
and we've officially attuned.
Buster, were you trying to hide the wand?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
Basilisk still wrapped around your wrist?
No.
Okay.
Not at this point.
We found Joshua in the same place that we found the wand, right?
You did. Well, close.
And we've
Same
attuned
dungeon.
to the serpent's wand. Do you know what that is, right? You were kept as a log for.
Penrose,
For
the
Penrose,
Archmage
yes.
Penrose. That was out of character. Sorry. What do you ask him? Sorry.
You know what the serpent's wand is, correct?
Of course I do.
Well, we've officially attuned to that as well. Same days.
Oh, an excellent choice. It's a very powerful magic wand.
Yes.
Penrose.
I have a
Yes.
question for you. Does it have a history of opening bags in the night?
The wand has many abilities. Dexterity is not one of them.
Huh.
You can ask him yourself.
Even if we're not attuned.
He can get quite talkative.
Well, another question. Is there any history of any sort of creatures that rummage around bags in the night while travelers sleep and leave no footprints or
That
Any
are
sort?
hard to
I will make
detect.
an intelligence check with my God. What is my crazy ass
Okay.
advantage?
Okay. Wait. Before you do that, everything we've ever said about Trevor rolls, we're sorry for.
Yeah.
Everything. You should get a really good roll.
Well,
We're
I
really
get
sorry.
like a plus 11 or
Yeah,
something because this is because he knows about monsters.
But we're really
Yeah,
sorry
yeah, that's
about
what-
all Trevor rolls. We're really sorry about making fun of you.
Please
for.
don't that one.
Please just get a really good roll.
Sorry, I
We're
gotta
really
find
sorry.
my.
We
you're
have
the
faith in you.
best around. And
All
no
right.
one's ever gonna
All right,
bring you
all right,
down.
Oh,
come on,
we
come on,
may.
come on.
You're the best.
Copyright.
19.
4
Oh my
plus
god.
9 plus intelligence, so 4 plus 4 8 plus 9
17.
17. Okay, yeah.
Oh shit, that was pretty good.
You know what? Even when you get Trevor rolls, you're still good.
He says
We're gonna make fun of you for Trevor rolls.
that's well, it's behavior reminiscent of something that goes unseen. That's much as sure. If
Leaves
you-
no footprints.
leaves no footprints.
Doesn't take anything.
Have you
Takes all the bags outside of the cart, in fact.
so with a purpose?
It's always been in the rain as well.
Always been in the rain, hidden by the elements.
You
It
know-
sounds like you have an elemental of some kind on your
I,
team.
dude, all I want to say is, I even fucking said
I was thinking
it's
about
an air
that.
elemental.
Well, I was thinking about that because it only was happening in the rain. It was taking it out of the cart where there was no rain.
Is it raining still?
A little bit,
Is it ever gonna be nice?
eventually.
One of these days. Weather
Did you
report.
make your weather report? Yeah.
Weather report.
Yeah.
It clears up later today.
Yeah.
A little like newscaster pops up on your head.
Weather
It's like,
report.
Welcome.
right here.
Professor says it.
It's like, welcome to the Druid's new weekly
he,
weather.
he has a wand. Okay. I'm gonna put Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. That's very helpful.
Anytime.
Joshua.
I love Joshua. He's my-
Joshua is quite spectacular.
All right, so we're gonna continue on.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Let's get going.
I want dialogue in the cart just to let you know. But
Deorumn.
we can still roll and do all the stuff you want us to first.
Deorumn. We're going to.
Hey, good question.
Yes.
Roll navigation.
Busto.
I'll roll my.
Potion.
Ocean. Fox's gunning should be ready.
You got an 18.
Okay.
22.
If you are looking for that, if that is what you are implying.
Yes.
So 28.
Sure.
Exactly.
No, it's ready.
Oh,
Alright.
Oh, we got a
by the way,
28 on
yeah, we got a
navigation.
28 on navigation. If
That's
that
it.
isn't the highest fucking roll that wasn't for
It's
damage,
not. The
then
natural 20 plus your 6 would have been the highest roll. So.
no, because you don't add anything with it. I'm talking about like number-wise, numerical value.
Moving on.
Not saying the highest you could get, saying the highest so far
Moving on.
in the game campaign.
Yes.
Yes. So Busto,
Jesus.
I'm just gonna drink.
just you're drinking it. All right.
Nick got
Um,
30.
Wait, drinking which number?
So
Not.
the transmuted creature, you, becomes smarter. It lasts.
Drink
It
the potion.
depending on the level.
Oh, if you could use some
So you
intelligence.
roll a d8 for me.
Oh, fuck.
+1.
Buster, you
8
drink.
plus 1, 9.
Fucking damn. Okay, it lasts 9 minutes. Jesus.
Do I see him drink this?
This gives you a +4 bonus to intelligence.
Holy shit! I'm smart as fuck.
Not
now.
not to your score, to intelligence rolls. So your bonus to intelligence is now.
Never mind.
What was your
It's now
what's your
+2.
So you get a +2 to intelligence. So you're
Oh,
fairly
Val,
you're
do
pretty
you mind if you
that's
take the
that's an
reins?
equivalent of like a 14,
It's gonna be about-
I think.
It's gonna be just a little bit. I'm gonna go in the back of the cart with Busto and take out a book and try to teach him to read.
Okay.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, Busto, you
want
drink it and you just
dialogue.
feel like everything just becomes clearer.
want
Quieter too,
dialogue.
weirdly enough.
Quiet.
It's fine.
Not like it, well, nothing actually seems quieter. It just doesn't seem as loud to you.
It's gonna be nice.
Oh, I see. I thought you were gonna take this time just to teach him.
No.
He already knows this.
Busto, do you? I see that you just drank that. Do you want me to teach you how to read?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, here you go. I'm gonna open it up and. Okay, so. You know how to spell, right?
No.
No. Okay, so
A little.
do you know the alphabet?
A.
B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm gonna go through the entire alphabet and try to get you to memorize it.
Okay.
Can you memorize the alphabet?
I'm gonna roll.
Go ahead and make it. Well, what are the intelligence-based score things again? Just intelligence. Just do straight intelligence.
Please roll.
So that was 15
You can do
plus.
an intelligence saving
2,
roll.
17.
17.
What? Yeah, plus 2.
Yeah.
17.
So he makes a pretty good effort.
Okay, now that you do that, we have to learn how to spell. Because once you know how to spell, you'll be able to sound out words and know the sound of each word. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't know Q and X.
So- I want you to read through this book and read one page and identify each letter of each word. Okay? Okay, so here you go. And I'm just gonna let him do that. So he's gonna identify every single letter of every word and then spell out that word again, saying each letter again until he knows the word.
I do that.
Yeah. You keep in mind, you only have 9 minutes.
You have
Yes.
to roll 26
We gotta
times.
move fast.
Ooh, 21.
21. Yeah. He makes really good progress. He's still stumbling over his words a little
Yeah.
bit, but he makes really good progress
Okay.
in the time you have.
Okay, now Busto, I want you to read the entire page to me back. Okay? Can you do that?
No,
And there's
no,
the bad
can't
roll.
do that.
There's the bad roll. There's the fucking bad roll.
I'd say this is right at the tail end, so when his fox's cunning starts to wear off, and he's kind of reading it back, and I'd say like in the middle of a sentence he starts kind of stumbling.
It's okay, Busto. It will take you a while, but once you memorize these words, what I want you to do is
And what's really frustrating, Busto, is you seem to be still somewhat able to get what it's supposed to say. It's just really hard for you to express that.
So like he knows what it is, but he just can't speak it.
okay. Now I'm
To
gonna
some
Speaking is the hardest part
yeah
of the language.
yeah.
So.
I'm going to Busto. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna read the page, understand what it says. You're gonna read the page. You don't have to speak it out loud, and then you're gonna tell me what the basic plot summary of the page was. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna read the entire page, give it to him, and have him read it, not out loud, in his head, and see how long it takes him, and then have him just tell me what the page was about.
It takes all 9 minutes.
Go ahead and roll. No more bonus.
Got
So
this.
negative.
No, that's what it was before. Do you want to
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Alright.
I'll say.
Negative. That's
Better. 13.
Yeah, especially with Cal reading it to you beforehand, he managed to very faultingly make his way through the page.
And just tell me what it was. Tell me
Yeah,
what it was
he
about.
sort of summarizes it, I'd say.
Alright, Busto, so if you keep to this and understand how letters work and how spelling works, then you'll be able to read in no time. Good? Do you want to sit back in here and keep reading these pages and keep understanding the words? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go back up to the front with Val.
Yeah. And we'll do your dialogue in a second. I got something quick to read. So your cart bumps along a quiet road, clouds of dust kicking up in the wake. The night air fades from this coolness upon your skin to a warm daylight sun, which is very pleasant upon your upturned faces, a simple omen of good times to come. Midway through the second day, after Busto's attempt at learning to read, Cal heads up to the front of the caravan with you. The rain has now cleared up. It is sunny out again, and he sits down in the seat next to you, Valia.
I'll take those back. Thank you.
Cal.
Yeah.
How long do elves live?
I don't.
I don't know why I didn't open another tab.
200 years.
Yeah, it's like a couple hundred.
It is a
Sorry.
couple hundred. It's like 200-300.
Yeah.
I'll get you the actual.
So good. So good.
Second.
I'm just gonna say a random number. I think they live about
250.
something like that.
Fucking like 700 years.
It's
Holy
like
shit.
I think they live about like 700 years.
Roughly.
Holy shit.
Long freaking time.
And you think I've been gone just about 100?
About 100, 120, maybe even 150. I don't know.
But an elf would probably still be alive.
Yes, of course, unless they were killed.
Right. The elf I'm thinking of can take care of himself. I
And
just...
yes, I bet he's still alive somewhere.
How long do humans live?
Maybe 80 years, 80 to 100, if they're well taken care of.
So
Especially in medieval times.
they
Looking at like 60.
wouldn't
Yeah, that's true.
they wouldn't
This is magic.
have survived my sleep.
Probably not. Unless they didn't age like you. If they went to sleep as well, that is. Maybe they just woke up earlier.
Well, what if they didn't wake up?
That means they're dead.
They did.
Well, I think I might be a special case.
Were there other people still sleeping when you woke up?
I was alone. I was alone.
Okay.
I've been remembering more now. I remember we were in the citadel and something went wrong, but I don't remember much more than that.
How similar is the Citadel now that to what it was?
It's a lot bigger.
It's much bigger.
But
It was big then, though.
but the like
Well, not necessarily
The main
taller.
area?
It's just been built out
Right.
around it.
That's what I thought.
It's got a big fucking wall now that wasn't there before.
Yeah, there wasn't as many fortifications or security.
I bet.
Deorumn wasn't more welcoming, but it wasn't because of the fortifications. It was because of their attitude.
well, trust me, it's much worse now.
I find that hard to imagine.
You won't once we get there.
I knew the king. The king and I didn't have a great relationship, I guess.
You knew the king?
I knew him better than he knew me.
How'd you know him?
I mean, I didn't know him very well. He knew my name, but not for very good reasons.
Why's that?
I'd rather not say right now.
But you'll tell me later.
Maybe.
Listen, if you ever don't want to say anything, or if you ever want to say something,
All I can say is, I think he may have been the reason I went to sleep.
rulers tend to be cruel. You'll find that once we get here. Maybe even worse.
Sorry.
So, as your third day on the road comes to a close, you prepare yourselves for the return to civilization. It was a pretty uneventful day, all things considered. Your cart met next to no resistance. Or around the end of the day, or close to it anyway, you began to see a few other carts off in the distance, traveling the same path as you. But nothing could quite prepare you for the sight that unfolds before you. City, miles of it, coat the valley before you, the grand mountains to your left nearly put to shame by the marble arches and castles towering into the sky in front of you. So many ebony constructs contained behind a monumental granite wall, surrounded on all sides by a landscape of slums, buildings of all shapes and sizes. You now stand in awe before the grand capital of Thuna Regia, our Lord's glorious city. You have officially arrived in Deorumn.